Hello, everybody, and welcome to the newest indoor adventure in the really real Ghostbusters in TerraVision, part 9 of our really real Ghostbusters in TerraVision adventure. Today is April 15th, 2023, and you are loved. And that is a very important thing that we like to remind each and every single one of our viewers and listeners at the beginning of each and every single one of these games. If this is your first time joining us, you can go to youtube.com/indooradventures to check up on all of the VODs of each of the games that we have played up until this point, or you can go towards anywhere audio casts are being made available for free. You can find us there under the same moniker. And speaking of things that are being made available for free, if you go to patreon.com/indooradventures, you can check up on our after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from each other, but also from the community. So if you have any questions for myself or any of these other fine folk, feel free to join us again at patreon.com/indooradventures. The best way to ask us those questions is either going to be to join us in the Discord. The link can be found in the Twitch chat to the side or in the description of this video or audio cast down below. Yeah, that's the best place to ask us questions. But let's say that you already support us on YouTube. You already support us on Twitch and Patreon and all of those other wonderful places, and you're trying to think to yourself, where can I go to help support this fantastic show even more? Well, guess what, Acorns? I got your back. Quite literally, in fact, because if you go to indooradventure.redbubble.com, we got t-shirts, we got posters, we got crop tops, we got throw pillows, we got shower curtains, aprons, clocks. We even have... it was under a different face mask that I had, but face masks with the symbol of Tiamat upon them, designed by our very own Cyberwolf1201, where all of the proceeds of our merch is currently going to help support Doctors Without Borders. So if you would like to help support a good cause, you can again go to indooradventure.redbubble.com. It is indooradventure, no S at the end, .redbubble.com. But that is it for my opening spiel. So hey, Ted, who you playing today?
Well, my name is Ted, and I will be playing Ted, which is really just me. Ratchet the years back a little bit. And yeah, we both use he, him pronouns.
And M, who you playing?
What up? It's also known as McBoots42, and I use any pronouns. Today I'll be playing Mallory, and Mallory uses she, they pronouns.
And that takes it to me. Hey everybody, it's me, SirHeckalot. And as per usual, I'm playing Natalie Collins, and the two of us use she, they pronouns.
And I am the indoor adventurer, he, him, and tonight I shall be playing as Maurice Williams. We both go by the he, him pronouns.
It's the before the pronouns that gets me every time.
I'm Lex, and I'm playing the Ghostmaster. That's right, this game's lovely term for the game master. It's so creative.
It's spooky.
What? It's spooky. It's on brand because we're playing the 1986 Ghostbusters RPG, written and developed by West End Games as a tie-in for the movie, which had come out 2 years earlier and had been a real cultural phenomenon, as we all know. So this game is set in 1986, as one would expect. And gosh, the main Ghostbusters team, they're gone. They're pursuing a movie deal. So we've got to have the B team in Manhattan trying to handle all the paranormal activity. And gosh, it has been a wild ride so far. We're coming into the home stretch. We've dealt with a mummy. We've dealt with a slasher villain. We've dealt with dimensions. We've dealt with wild technology, evil electricity, good robots, Steve Gutenberg.
And New Jersey.
And New Jersey, the ultimate villain. So we've already dealt with the ultimate villain of the campaign. Just this, the rest of this is basically epilogue. But everything's been going pretty great, except it hasn't. Everything's going wild in New York City. There's a television broadcast that's bringing TV programs to life as paranormal entities that are attacking people. It's the Ghostbusters' job to deal with it. They are currently heading towards Manhattan Public Access Television, where they know a prototype strange transmission device has been installed, which is causing all these sort of manifestations and dimensional rifts. What are they going to find there? Who can say? Only me, but I won't tell you until later when we get there in the episode. I think I've covered all the important stuff. So unless I'm forgetting anything. Am I forgetting anything?
Hey, did you know, people at home, there is a way to influence the game that we're playing. The West End Ghostbusters game uses a system called brownie points that act not only as our HP experience points, but you can use them. That's right, you at home can use them to influence this game. How do you do that? Spend brownie points or spend channel points in the Twitch chat. It's 1,000 for one. That's a great deal. Wow, what a steal. You can give them to one player, be sure to call it out, or if you want to give them to everybody, you're more than happy to do that as well. So, what are you doing sitting with all those channel points? Help us, please. She's going bad.
We need to do, for an intro to a future episode, we need to do a bit where I'm like, oh gosh, I've been an indoor adventures viewer for so long, and what can I do with all these channel points? And then Indoor, you could be like, don't worry, little boy, I know exactly what to do.
See, I like that one. The angle that I was thinking of like it was doing like an ASPCA commercial, like help this poor Ghostbuster for just 1,000 channel points a day.
Sarah
Literally, like,
McLachlan in the background.
you can help this poor Ghostbuster.
That's very good, actually. Oh my goodness.
For just
I will
1,000 channel
volunteer my
points
voice
per
for that.
ghost die.
Oh my god.
Channel points! We're feeling
Yeah.
loose, we're feeling fun. Lex,
Mhm.
take us away.
Oh, we start on the mean streets of Manhattan. Two vehicles zip down the roads, traffic parting in their path. One leading the way, a cop cruiser with its lights blaring. The other, the Ghostbusters Winnebago, also with their lights and sirens blaring. But like, do people always pay attention to that? I'm sure there's a lot of New Yorkers that are like, you ain't the NYPD, and they just don't bother to pull over for you because that feels like a New Yorker thing, right?
Mhm.
It's like, that's not an ambulance. That's just some weirdo.
Look, I wouldn't.
No, right?
Mm-mm.
So yeah, you've got the law on your side now as you rip through the streets trying to get to the public access TV station. Let's start with the Winnebago first. Who's driving?
Maurice.
Maurice.
I don't know if anyone came with him. To be
Well,
fair.
everybody else is going to be in the Winnebago.
Oh,
We're
okay.
assuming that you've picked up the stuff.
Oh,
So
okay, got it.
So that means that Natalie and Ted are in the back weeding through all of the stuff that you just went and grabbed from your Ghostbusters headquarters.
Yep. You see, in Maurice's corner, there is a proton pack, a parachute, and a walkie-talkie.
Ted, you're the one who's actually going through the equipment because Maurice is driving. What do you think about these choices?
I look, the walkie-talkie, proton pack, acceptable choices, right? I also know that Natalie has a walkie-talkie, so this is actually a reasonable choice this time, unlike every other time where we only bring one walkie-talkie and nobody else has one. So that's a great choice. And then there's a parachute. Now, I've been very upset at how useful things like beach umbrella, things like a scuba tank, things.
Listen, Ted, I'm gonna stop you real quick. Tell me what you're saying to Maurice about how you feel about this.
I feel like
parachute.
this is like
This is
verbatim.
exactly what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm
Oh,
sa-
okay. As long as this is in character, I just want to
Oh,
make sure.
100%. Maurice, are you planning to leap off of the building?
It
A
could
parachute.
happen. Who's to say where this thing's been implanted in the tower? It could be all the way up at the dish. It could be all the way at the bottom. Knowing how these things work out, maybe you has Die Hard come out yet?
Not
Really
yet.
good
But
No,
timing.
yeah. maybe you if you gotta jump from somewhere high up, you parachute down. Or those things conduct electricity, like you could put it up between like two poles and blackout.
So what you're telling me is if it's on the dish, is you're going to get it.
Yeah, probably.
All right, more reasonable choice then. And then there's also a bullhorn, which I did make the point, I think, a couple days ago that we probably could just get by with a bullhorn instead of a walkie-talkie, because that's mostly where we're at, is just yelling back and forth to each other anyway.
I was thinking that when I had to get rid of the two grays and that Elvis that was in the old ladies' room, but they seemed like they were more of like jelly sacks. They didn't have like meat or bones in them. I'm guessing here that if you bullhorned into the audio system that's around the TV, you might be able to like vibrate pop them.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
I guess we could find out.
We're gonna find out.
Yeah, Maurice is just like doesn't look away from the road. Like this is a totally reasonable idea for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, also, I think it was only just like randomly, casually brought up that he fought Elvis and gray aliens, because nobody else saw that happen.
Yeah.
And then I think that's pretty much it, right? And then there's the car phone. And we dropped off Vince, or we still have Vince?
I think you dropped off Vince.
We gave
Okay.
Vince the other vehicle, the van.
Yes, the van,
The
production
van with all of the production equipment in it.
That's
we gave to
right.
Vince Tanaka.
Vince is
Okay.
headed back to Nakatomi Enterprises to destroy as much of this equipment as he can, so that it can't be used.
Gotcha.
Natalie, you're having a wild brain day right now.
Yeah.
All of these signals, as you whip by them, you're getting like flashes. They're like solidifying now more. It's not just a vibe, but you're getting like images going through your head. You see for an instant, you see oh wait, I don't have my notes open. This would be important. For a minute, you see bikers. You see an alligator. You see not Arnold Schwarzenegger, but very similar barbarian style Conan the Barbarian character. And all sorts of weird things that you feel like you've seen before in movies, but it's like as you're passing the different glowing buildings that this signal is affecting, you're getting like the flashes of them. And sort of like as you pass by, it's like it comes clear in your head, and then as the car is driving past the building, it fuzzes back out. You also start to get this feeling that there's something big that's coming towards you, but maybe from above, you're not sure, but something related to this vibe is headed your way.
So sensory overload, just a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, I'll probably communicate that to the group. I'll just say, I mean, I thought this town was already feeling a little weird jumping in when we got here, but something's ominous. We should definitely keep a lookout, especially like, this is gonna sound weird, but up towards the sky.
The Winnebago doesn't have like hatches, or does it have a hatch or a moonroof? Or
It
We
has,
know in our
it has the little
official art.
windy boy.
Oh, that's true.
Okay.
It does have that.
It would have
All
the
right.
little windy boy, but the front glass of the Winnebago is actually quite sizable. Like the windshield of it.
I'm gonna as we were describing the little windy boy, I will just see how much I can get that open and see if I can like get like an angle up, because everything is a mess right now, and Natalie's half ghost, so ghost sense is tingling here.
You get that winded open. You look up at an overcast sky. You can see streaks of green lightning shooting through it. Yeah, things are getting wild. You continue keeping a lookout. We cut to the police cruiser. Behind the wheel. Who's behind the wheel? Please. I need you to decide. Is it you? Okay.
Oh yeah, it's definitely me.
Okay. Mallory behind the wheel of the police cruiser, sirens and lights blaring, sitting
Where
shotgun.
I belong.
Yeah. Sunglasses on, just one hand on the wheel. Maybe the windows rolled down. You got your other
It's got to
arm
be one
out.
hand just in case I want to do the other thing.
Well, here's the thing, right? So as you're driving,
Mhm.
Detective Del Crenshaw, sitting shotgun, is pulling something up from under the seat. And he's just like, wow, things are getting real hairy. Who knows what we're going to find when we get to that station.
It's true.
Gotta get out old Betsy. And he pulls out a Remington 870 pump action shotgun.
I love a shotgun and
You just
shotgun.
have.
A shotgun, if you will.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He just starts loading it.
All right. Well, let me know when you need me to shoot that. I've got a spare hand.
Yes,
Ready.
And he looks at you, and at first he looks perplexed, and then a smile breaks over his face, and he's just like, Mallory, you know it's good.
I know.
And
What I'm here for. Like you load, I shoot.
yes,
I have great spatial awareness. It's one of my only good qualities.
I'm an archaeologist with a mean streak.
I'm a bad archaeologist. Not like bad at archaeology.
No,
We're really good at archaeology. It's just
Yeah.
Just bad to the bone.
I think that song's out. We should be okay.
Oh, does anyone turn on the radio in either vehicle?
I'll turn the radio on.
Sure.
Yeah, Maurice definitely will have the radio going. It's probably like smooth jazz radio or like.
No. Roll a d10.
Okay.
Oh.
1982, Bad to the Bone. You're good.
No, it is a 1 on a d10.
The number one top 40 single of 1985, which would still be playing because it's only the first days of 1986. "Careless Whisper" by Wham is playing on the radio.
Yeah.
I mean, you were talking about jazz. You're kind of almost there.
Oh yeah.
Almost there.
Maurice
Got that
loves this
saxophone.
song.
As the Winnebago and the police cruiser rip through the city, you just hear that's sexy saxophone.
Yeah.
All right. I need somebody else to roll a die. Roll me a d6. Who would like to roll me a d6?
I mean,
I'll do it again.
okay.
A 3.
3.
It's
Oh, there's a good
Careless Whisper
one.
Again.
No. Careless Whisper is still playing. Now we got to find out your location. You're ripping through the city, and as you're coming up on Rockefeller Center, now remember, it's like the very beginning of January, so the Christmas tree is up, ice rink, all that good stuff. Ted, you're looking out of the sky.
Windy boy.
The windy boy. You know, the windy boy.
Yeah.
That's the technical term in the
He
Winnebago.
lives on
handbook.
Windy Lane.
Yeah, you know the one.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. And you see two shapes break the clouds heading downward rapidly towards you. They both look like spaceships of some kind, like generic, not like Star Wars, but like generic, like Roger Corman Star Wars knockoff spaceships.
Okay. All right. Gotcha.
And yeah, and they're kind of dogfighting with each other. There's lasers pew-pewing. But one of them is definitely headed right towards you.
Yeah, I'm gonna say we've got a spaceship coming our way right now.
Yeah, Maurice will
Uh,
like squint his eyes and look a little bit forward, like, huh?
Um,
uh, what, I don't know if what spaceship?
spaceship? How do I
Spaceship?
spaceship? Um, uh, Natalie may roll a what would this be? Um, moves roll.
Okay.
Straight moves, and let me know what you get.
17.
17. Oh, that's great. Um, you instinctively know that if we do not veer the Winnebago to the left in onto the ice rink immediately, things are going to go real bad.
Okay. I see the trajectory of it now that's been pointing out. I see what's about to happen. Like as it's happening, you know, when you get that feeling, it's like I already know. Um, a lot of the time you're just helpless to do anything as you watch it happen. Um, but now Liz is gonna say we're between a rock and the hard place, but we need to go onto that rink right now, or that spaceship's going to do something bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, and if Maurice does not start veering, Natalie will grab the wheel.
I think he probably like turns to me like, "What do you mean onto the ice rink? Just go!"
Go.
Whoever, if Natalie is driving the wheel, I need a roll from her. If Maurice is trying to drive onto the ice rink, I need a roll from
I mean,
him.
like he just didn't understand what the request was. The wheel has been moved. Car is going in the trajectory. He's gonna try and like, you know, he's from Chicago. He's also driven on Wisconsin ice a couple times. You know, it's ice rink, no different.
Totally. Okay. I'm gonna need a roll from you to drive a vehicle.
Okay.
There is a specific stat associated with this because it's mentioned in the rule book for driving a vehicle. I just don't remember offhand which it is.
That is probably moves.
It is moves.
I
Yep.
want to say. Okay, I'm gonna use.
This would be. Let me see here. We've got in our example jobs. Let's see. Parallel parking is a 5. That's probably not what you're trying to do.
No.
I think it's going to be higher than that.
Really depends on. I mean, we're in New York. Parallel parking is your bread and butter for a lot of things.
True.
So,
this is going to be, gosh, the Rockefeller Center ice rink is really not motor vehicle accessible.
It's not.
So this is probably going to be like a 20.
It's about to be.
So how many brownie points are, if possible, one were to spend to succeed on this without flipping the vehicle or going ass over tea kettle on the ice rink? How many for a comical spin?
4.
4? Done.
I think I'm instituting a system now, which is it's going to be 1 brownie point per every 5 value
That's
of
fair.
difficulty.
Yep.
Now that we're almost done with the campaign, I've decided this is
Okay, yeah, I think that I'll definitely spend the brownie points. So Winnebago, like, because the Rockefeller ice rink is also like, it's on a lower level than street level. So the Winnebago has to like veer off, and it is that like boom, 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 like it has to like buckle up and down a couple times, and then again spins out on the ice, and then like once they've fully stopped, because like obviously like I'm not gonna like keep driving after that fully stopped. Just I think that went okay, and then like his door falls off.
That tracks.
Yeah. The you veer out of the way just in time as a red laser blast hits the pavement right where the Winnebago was, causing an explosion. Mallory, all you see from behind you is an explosion right behind you from your rear view mirror. And and the Winnebago, if the camera's set up like near the Christmas tree or something,
Mm-hmm.
a bunch of people who are skating are just like, what? And they all start jumping out of the way as this Winnebago just launches off of the road, hits the ice, spins, and gets like it's spinning and it's like drifting right on its side, and you get right up to the Christmas tree and just give it a tap.
It shows the one little ornament doing a jingle.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
Meanwhile, yeah, this bargain brand TIE fighter is for you. It has to loop around to do another pass. So you have a moment of reprieve, but it's definitely trying to take you folks out.
Oh, great.
Oh, specifically great.
Maurice
Yeah.
has
I love
grabbed
it.
his stuff, proton pack out. This isn't the
Yep.
first alien he's blasted today, and it's not going to be the last. It's hopping
We're
out
get
on.
like abducted first, or can we just shoot at the ship?
Yeah.
I want to know what Mallory's doing in the cop car. There might be a thing where like you see the explosion and then you hear the like the jet engine, well, not the sort of jet engine of the spaceship as it goes over the top of your vehicle, and you just see it
Mhm.
flying down the street at like second story level as it starts to arc back upward.
So what is like the size of this?
It's like I said, it's a bargain bin TIE fighter, so it is like a spaceship fighter jet.
Okay. Is it shotgunnable?
Is it shotgunnable? I mean, anything is shotgunnable with
Try
if
hard
you
enough.
believe hard enough. Yeah.
Well, okay. Does it look like if I shot some part of it that it would just be like armored metal and not do anything? Or does it look like if you threw rocks at it with enough precision that the thing would break critically?
It definitely looks like it's made out of metal, right? Because it's like a spaceship. But can one shotgun a spaceship? I mean, who can say, really?
Okay, oh gosh. Is it in pursuit?
Yeah, so like I said, from what you would see, it flies over your vehicle,
Right.
down the road, and then starts arcing back up. So it's like it needs to do another pass to like do a strafing run and shoot again.
Oh, okay.
There is also another ship that is following it, somewhat behind, firing at it, but doesn't seem to be hitting.
Okay. Let's see. I am going to use the megaphone thing on the cop car
Okay.
and be like, over here, and try to just obnoxiously get its attention and be more lights blaring. I'll flip up the light to the next most urgent setting.
Next most urgent setting. They have different settings. That
Look,
sounds like
I watched a video on how cop cars work.
Ooh.
It was very informative. There are so many modes.
There's so many modes. That sounds like a cool role to me.
All right.
That'd be cool.
Time to be cool. Where's my roller button? Okay. Oh no.
No.
Oh no.
There it is.
Got a 14 with a ghost die.
Ooh.
Wait.
Wow, there's so many things that can go wrong. I'm very excited.
Really now.
You
It's not
get
like a life-threatening situation at all.
No, you get its attention. as it's arcing back up, instead of swooping towards Rockefeller Center, it's swooping towards you folks, and you're like looking at the ship and talking to it. You're like, hey, you alien scum or whatever, like over here.
Oh, that's a little hard.
Yeah, I know, right? It's a little mean. The you nerf herder. You're doing it. You see they're arcing back, and you're like, yeah, I'm doing it. And then Dell suddenly like, watch out! And then the car
Oh no.
just hits. There's just like a random like some construction, and there's just a ramp there. You hit it, and you do one of those perfect movie car flips where the car goes like one side goes up it, the car goes, whoosh, flips, hits down, and then spins down the street.
Oops.
on the top of the car.
Oh no.
You might be cool, but I'm gonna say you're not so cool that you don't wear your seatbelt.
I have to. Yeah, you gotta wear a seatbelt.
Yeah, of
So
course.
you can be safe.
Part of the PSA.
Always wear your seatbelt, kids.
Thank God I had my seat belt. It looks directly at the camera.
But yeah, the car spins a couple times as it skids to a stop and spinning. Both vehicles did this actually. And as you're sitting there upside down, still holding the steering wheel and the microphone, you just look over and Detective Del Crenshaw has been knocked unconscious.
Oh no.
But is otherwise fine. And
Kids show.
It's a kid show.
Plot armor.
But there you are, a sitting duck.
Quacks fearfully.
Quacks fearfully. Let's cut to the other folks in Rockefeller Center. You see the not TIE fighter arc down the street, go up, and suddenly it changes its path and goes off after the cop cruiser, at which the cop cruiser accidentally goes over a jump and flips itself.
We can see this very clearly from where we're at.
Yes.
Okay.
Even though you're below street level, you can see it very clearly from where you're at.
That's one hell of a flip.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
The ships are still up in the air, and it looks like the not TIE fighter is heading straight for the prone cop vehicle.
If they were a firefighter, I'd help, but you know.
Oof.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that Maurice is gonna grab the bullhorn, like swap his walkie-talkie for the bullhorn and start climbing on top of the Winnebago, see if he can get these things' attention.
It's gonna be ping-ponging back and forth.
Maurice, indoor, I will point out there's a higher vantage point you could climb to. There might be a Christmas tree right next to you.
Oh,
yes!
Oh my God.
Come
Too bad we don't
on!
have the climbing gear.
I am gonna
The
climb
Alpine
the
gear would've been
Rockefeller
great.
Christmas tree. I know I should have brought the Alpine gear. Stupid.
Dang it.
I think he even I think Maurice even says like, if only I had my climbing gear.
What is Ted and Natalie doing?
I'm gonna turn the
mean-
lights off on the car because in my head, that's what drew him to us. So I'm gonna cut the lights on the vehicle.
Okay.
I guess I'm gonna start running towards the overturned cop car, which is very far away across a sheet of ice. Up several tiers of New York City streets. So, you know, I don't feel like driving back is gonna be as effective. So that's my plan.
Sure.
You're very good at running.
That's
Apparently.
yes. Yeah. That's the plan.
Yeah, Natalie is just going to figure out like what's the best place to like try to get a clear shot at this thing. Because like all the other TV manifestations just like become jelly, so hopefully even though this is like a structure first, it'll do the same thing. There's only one way to find out.
Yeah. So this is because this is up in the air, getting on the Winnebago is fine. You don't
Okay.
have to be super high up to get a decent vantage point for a shot. But it's just that it's moving really fast. So it's probably gonna be let's see, how difficult would this be? This is probably going to be a 20 roll for blasting.
Okay.
Ted, I want to see how high you roll, and that'll determine how far you get.
Sure.
And Indoor, I want to see how you roll, just to see if you're able to climb this tree.
Okay. Would you say that this is muscles or moves?
This is probably muscles.
Okay. A 19.
Oh, nice. You can get up to the top.
Shimmy all the way up.
Yeah. You can use that bullhorn if you want.
I
Ted
would
got a
like to.
17.
Yeah.
Cool. Ted got a 17.
All right.
Go Ghost.
I'm gonna use some brownie points on this just in
Sure.
case. I'm gonna use 3. You have to be kidding me.
What?
How?
Wow.
How?
What?
Use
How?
3 brownie points for 76 and
I
rolled
rolled
a 9.
so many ones.
Wow, is that even possible?
It's let's see how many ones it was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 ones and a 3.
Yeah, that
Okay,
is ridiculous. That is
so-
unheard of.
Not that we're in a Dungeons and Dragons game, but if you add that ghost die in, that's a fireball that did 13 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is,
Boggling.
Oof.
I'm at a loss for words of that. I just like.
Thought I did something wrong, but no, I did it correctly. I just had exponentially bad luck.
Wow.
I got 76-7. Awesome. Like we're off to a good start.
You know, I'm gonna screenshot this for those of the people at home because no one's gonna believe me.
Whew. So golly, that blast goes real wide. There's
I'm surprised it doesn't like reflect back at me.
no, it might hit the other fighter that's chasing the bargain bin X-wing fighter that is chasing the bargain bin TIE fighter. I think it's gonna like hit that one, and there's like a little robot in the back of the off-brand X-wing, and the proton bolt just hits it, and its head blows up, and it goes woo. There's some more rotoscope lightning. So that happens. Ted, you get across the ice rink. You don't slip. You get up the stairs. You're on the road, but you're not to the car yet.
Okay.
Indoor.
Yeah.
You have climbed to the top and you yell through the bullhorn. What do you say?
I think he says I don't even know what he would say. Because he doesn't think that the aliens can understand him. So he's probably just, hey, you like you're from outer space? Come get this star. And he's like rocking on top of this Rockefeller tree. Because like again, the tree I'm assuming like is already like wow, like. Kind of like tilted a little bit now that he's already at the top.
They have a massive tree.
I know.
So it might not
towards the top though. A little bit.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe a little bit.
So I think that he's like shining it to try and like rattling it, trying to make it look appealing. Big shiny, I guess. And then I mean, he still has his proton pack. He's going to try and blast one from up here. When they start coming towards him, if he can.
Let's we're gonna start a new round since everyone's had a chance to do a thing. The ship is gonna blast. Who it's gonna blast, we're gonna find out. What is everyone else doing?
Saying thank you to G Game Nights for rating.
Yeah,
Hey.
thanks.
Yeah. I'm continuing to make my way to the cop car.
Sure.
If I can do something else, I will. But if not, that's my main priority is to get there.
I think you're gonna be able to get there no matter what this round.
Okay.
If you want to like spend your action like pulling
Yeah.
Mallory out of the vehicle.
Yep.
Okay,
That's the plan.
cool. What are other people planning to do?
Well, I'm planning to get pulled out of the vehicle.
Sure. Unbuckle your seatbelt and sort of like
Yeah.
shimmy your way.
Help.
I
Detective
pat
Crenshaw.
around, figuring out what happened to my cigarette.
Your You've lost it. I'm sorry, but you see the Remington 870 shotgun right there.
Say less. I will grab the shotgun, and you know, kind of look through what I assume is a broken one and be like, I'm over here.
Do you want to fire it? You can fire it. Not at Ted. Don't fire it at Ted though.
I was not gonna.
Thank you.
Okay.
Please.
We're specifying. I don't think so. I don't really want to like particularly draw a bunch of attention here.
That's fine. If you're gonna take that gun though, just remember to get rid of one of your other 3 items.
I will drop my other gun.
To leave the pistol, take the shotgun.
Take a bigger gun. Yes.
I will tuck the pistol into the pocket of the detective and be like,
Returned it. Borrowing
Tradesies.
Yeah,
complete.
and
Crazy.
borrow.
Yeah, because you borrowed it originally.
I did borrow it.
And
I
now you're
did
just
say
borrowing
that.
something else.
Yeah, he lent me a
Tradesies.
gun. He's still lending me a gun.
Yeah.
I don't see the difference.
No. It's totally fine.
It's great.
Great. Okay, what Maurice, you were getting ready to blast.
Mm-hmm.
What is Natalie gonna do this round?
So what are the chances something like that would happen again? I think I'm gonna try to blast again. And hopefully not do so horribly.
35, but a ghost die. Like,
Yeah.
Okay. The spaceship is arcing back around. It is going to go for everybody's favorite dad, Maurice, at the top of the
No.
tree. He managed to get enough of its attention, so it's coming straight for him.
Yeah.
It cuts to like the inside the cockpit view of the pilot with their like big breathing mask, and you can see their console like in Star Wars, and you see the Christmas tree with a person on it and the little targeter thing trying to line up.
But it's doing the like flashing targeting, so that way you know it's really tracking.
Uh-huh.
Just like Star Wars, but instead of an outline of a ship, it's a Christmas tree.
Perfect.
It's
Flawless.
not. No, it's not. It's the exhaust panel style where it's like the 3 ones locking it, but it's just Maurice. Incredible. This is a great
Okay.
game.
I want blasts, proton
Okay.
blasts first.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
wow, a 25 and a 22.
Let's go.
Jeez, that's a lot of power. So I think that what's gonna happen, because I think you only needed like, because it was headed straight for you, and it was headed straight for Maurice, but since Natalie is below, you probably only needed a 10. because it was already about to be on you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was just flying straight at you. So you both doubled it. More than doubled it with a 25 and a 22. So I'm gonna say that this thing is flying towards you, and then it you see the little target screen and it locks on target, and then they're about to fire, and then the two proton blasts hit it, and its two little side wings get hit and just blow off. And then you just see inside the cockpit a bunch of sparks just fly out behind the pilot, and the ship just explodes.
Nice.
And as it's exploding, it turns into goo,
Mm-hmm.
and this projectile wave of goo just slams into the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree, hitting Maurice, and causing the Christmas tree to sway back and
Oh
forth a
my
little
God.
bit. Not to the point that it's gonna fall over,
Yeah.
but it just hits it, and the
Comically.
whole top of the tree is just covered in slime. Wow, those were some rolls.
Okay, there are
Um,
2 of these spacecraft, yeah?
That's true, but one of them was chasing the other one.
Okay.
So as soon as that dissipates, the other one just flies by, and Natalie, maybe you can see because Maurice is covered in goo. The pilot, this human-looking guy in a orange jumpsuit, you can see them, just gives you the thumbs up, and, the off-brand X-wing just flies off back into the
Alright.
clouds. Wow, that was so much proton stream. So many more than I thought it was going to be. So, you did it. You beat the spaceship encounter. Congratulations. Maurice, you are slimed, which means you're not cool.
No,
Sorry.
that's
But,
okay.
yeah. Ted, you get to the vehicle.
Yeah, I will help Mallory out of the vehicle, and notice that now she has a shotgun, which is a new thing. And then also make sure the detective is do I see him breathing? I mean, it's a kid
Yes.
show, but just because this is how things would go.
You don't even
Alright.
see any blood because it's a kid
Oh,
show.
oh, he's fine.
He just took a
Um,
bonk on the head and he's
yeah.
unconscious, but he'll be fine.
Just a little bonk.
And I look around and there is no more spaceships.
Yep.
Well, good job. I
Yep.
guess we did it. So, are you okay?
I think I'm okay. I mean, I've got this just in case anything else goes sideways.
Sure. Upgrade. Nice.
I know, right? So cool.
And I look over to where the Winnebago is down on the Rockefeller ice rink and this overturned cop car. And about how far are we from where we know the public access television station to be?
Let's say you're not that far.
I mean, NBC is right here.
They're
Well,
right here. Yeah, but that's
yeah.
not public access. It's the opposite. Goodness. Yeah, let's say for the sake of argument that you are not that far. You could probably hoof it, or you could try and get the Winnebago out of the ice rink.
So that's what I'll say. I was like, well, we can either go on foot or try to get the Winnebago back on the street. That's where we're at, I think. Or, I mean, we could also try to flip this car over, but I'm not feeling that kind of strong. I don't know about you.
No.
Unless you can borrow a tow truck or a forklift and we can flip this thing over.
Do you see any tow trucks or forklifts around? DM,
No.
are there any?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Not in the immediate vicinity. A lot of abandoned cars, though.
All right.
But
I see.
All right. Well, I guess we should try to get the car going again.
Yeah, that would be that makes sense.
All right. Make our way back over to the ice rink.
We make our way downtown.
Yeah. Walking carefully across a big sheet of ice. The lesser known, that's on the cutting room floor. That lyric, that one didn't make it to the final cut of the song. Yeah. So I guess we'll. Or I'm gonna try. Yeah, try to go. I really have no idea how we're gonna do this, but get the Winnebago off the ice rink and back onto the main road.
Well, it is on ice.
That's true. That'll make that part easy.
Yeah.
There's no.
It's
talent for this.
cartoons. So it's like
Yeah.
scooting. Just
Yeah.
scooting it.
Fair enough. We'll push it up the stairs. They do that in cartoons.
Yeah.
Everybody's behind it, and we all just push it up a flight of stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Easy.
easy.
You need to have some cartoon sweat on your foreheads or your temple. Total anime moment, then you'll be fine.
This is my back. Ugh.
The what are Natalie and Maurice doing?
I mean, Maurice is going to try and climb down the tree. He knows that the parachute needs a little bit more to effectively work in order to get down. So he's going to probably try and climb down. I almost guarantee you he is going to Winnie the Pooh halfway and just like
Oh no.
branch until he's at the bottom.
Natalie's probably gonna shout up there, "Hey, do you need any help?" I'm
No,
not sure
I
how
got
I
this.
will, but like, oh, okay.
I think again, like he's confident because he got up there so quickly, but ultimately the tree is now slimed and he is now slimed.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's no real non-slime way to get back to the bottom. But he's going to try for it anyways.
Sure. Give me that roll. Give me a 15.
A 10.
A 10. You start climbing down and then slip comically on the slime. And then bam, 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 bam. Lose 2 brownie points.
Okay.
And land on the ice
I'm
next to the
fine.
Winnebago.
He's like just like slowly spinning on the ground. Yeah, I think he'll like kind of like get up, go to the Winnebago, take a towel that they have in there, just like clean himself off.
Yeah, I feel like you folks would just have towels, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Because
probably would. Just like one of
this-
like the little like cabinets or something like that in there.
I got
It's all
Google
science
something.
equipment, and then
Only-
there's still a towel cabinet.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
this is
right.
actually the most important part of the job.
Yeah.
Well, technically, the critically acclaimed Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy has been out,
Yep.
and so we would know the importance
Bringing a
through
towel.
pop
Bringing in a
culture
towel,
of bringing
yeah.
a towel.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Fair.
It's true. It's true. All right. What is the group going to do to get the Winnebago out of the ice rink? What a game we're playing.
Another game we're playing.
Because it's New York, and because they have to deal with snow and ice a lot, I feel like they would probably have like a 15-pound bag of cat litter or something like that to put onto frozen surfaces to help gain traction for tires.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's just like, okay, like let's like put the car in or put the Winnebago in drive, have one person like putting the litter down in front, and then the others kind of like push, I guess. Like we don't want to try and like drive our way out of here because we don't know how well that's going to work, but at least like set it in neutral and just get to a point where traction's possible and then go. But I don't know if there's a way to get the Winnebago out because it's sunken down. Unless there's like a Zamboni exit or something like that.
Would there be a Zamboni exit? That's an interesting thing. Let's use the most OP skill of all. Please, Maurice, would you guess to see if
You
you know about
betcha.
the Zamboni exit?
This feels important, so I'm gonna use 2 brownie points for it. 22, but a ghost die.
Oh boy.
Oh
boy.
no.
You found one. There's the Zamboni exit. And you found the rock salt that is used. Yeah, you can get the Winnebago out of here, no problem. It's great. Everything's fine. As when you get the Winnebago back onto the street, you put it in gear and you just hear the engine go. Something about that spin, or maybe going over a jump. Maybe Winnebagos weren't meant to go over jumps. Let's think about that for a minute.
Are you telling me this vehicle is not all terrain? I was lied
It's
to you.
not that it doesn't start, and it's not that it doesn't run, but something is definitely wrong with it.
Uh-oh.
Well, at least it's street level, so that's a plus.
So
But I don't think we have time to necessarily address the situation with the car.
possibly.
Possibly.
But let me see. Is there a tool bag for
Oh.
car maintenance stuff?
For sure.
Okay. I would like to use my using tools talent
Hey,
A
and assess which tools needed to fix what's wrong.
miter saw. Let's roll for it.
And, I assist with a guess.
You just used guess.
Okay, fine.
So I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
I will use 2 brownie points because why not?
All right. Give it a roll.
And you got an additional brownie point from Cassius. Thank you, Cassius.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, where's my window for this? That is a 14.
All
Air
right.
Ghost.
Yeah. You're like, okay, there's definitely something very messed up with the suspension of this vehicle, but you think you've got it so that it's not gonna like randomly the axle isn't gonna break off as you're driving.
The tools I use are definitely duct tape.
Definitely, duct tape was
It's a
the
lot of
tool,
duct
as
tape.
it turns out.
Just like in real life, where my
Ye-
car was held together by zip ties and duct tape mostly, and optimism.
And Optimus.
That's the most important part.
It's true.
All right. You can now, without problems, make your way to the TV station.
Yahoo! We did it.
Yeah.
Step
We
0.
survived. I don't know
Now we
how,
can
but
play the game.
survived. Yeah.
You've gotten through the first encounter of the night. Let's get to the TV station. You arrive at Manhattan Public Access Television. You see a brick building, like maybe a converted brownstone or something. There's a satellite dish on the roof. The whole building is glowing in a similar way to the building you were in earlier, right? So it's got that like weird miasma around it, and it's the green miasma around it that makes it very difficult to climb or be on the outside of, unless you've got some sort of respiratory gear. You can see the lights are on. People are in there, you assume. There's probably like those weird streaks of green lightning that are arcing across the sky are coming from the satellite dish on the top of this. So every once in a while, there's just an arc of electricity off the satellite dish, like across the city to another location. In case it wasn't incredibly obvious, Natalie. This is definitely the source of the disturbance. You
Uh-huh.
know it in your brain.
Yes, very good.
You're part ghost. You're ghost half.
Oh.
It's telling you.
Yeah. I feel like Natalie doesn't have to explain that to the group.
Yeah, all right. Well, guess we go up.
Maurice is gonna take out the ectovisor. Does it have like a zoom function on it at all?
Sure, why not?
Okay, because he's gonna look up at the satellite dish itself and see if his presumption earlier was correct or wrong, and see like, is there a box hooked up to the satellite dish, like one of the things that Vince was working on, or is it closer to or is there not a thing, basically?
There's definitely a big box on the back of that satellite dish that looks like it was newly wired up. You know I'm gonna make you go to the roof.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's Maurice's plan. He's got the parachute on, the bullhorn. He's regretting not bringing the scuba gear for that air tank.
Well, now I guess we have to go head inside, and I guess.
Yep.
How many stories or floors does it look like?
Oh, let's see here. Probably 5.
Okay, so not that many.
Yeah, 5.
Okay. So, all right. Guess we go up.
Alrighty.
Walk in through the front door.
Mhm.
You walk in through the front door. This is the offices and a lobby area. There are some secondhand couches. There are sign up forms. There's like forms all over the place that are like, do you want your TV? Do you want to be on TV? Sign up to have your program on Channel C, Manhattan Public Access Broadcasting. No show is too weird.
Oh no.
It's
There's
public
listen.
access.
I
Yeah.
actually watched this short, not like a documentary, but like a news report on like in preparation for this. I don't know why. I didn't need to. It's just one of the things that interested me. And like public access in Manhattan in the 80s, there was some weird stuff.
I
Because
believe it.
you can do pretty much anything you want, especially if it's after a certain time at night.
Uh-huh.
When
God.
because
Yeah.
whatever your mind is going to, they probably were doing that. And they talked about it, and I was just like, wow, those wild times. So all you had to do was fill out the form and show up. So this is a kid show, all right?
Yeah.
So we're not going that far in it, but there's so there are those forms, and there's a door that leads to some other hallways. You don't see any staircases around, but you do hear a dog barking.
From inside the building where we're at.
Yeah,
Hmm?
it's somewhere else in the building. It's down one of these hallways, probably.
Okay. And to check when a certain film came out. I have a feeling.
Oh no, so do I now.
Well, you got to remember, this is public access.
Oh, that's
So-
true. So it's
True.
only gonna be things that.
Don't worry, it's just a dog who plays basketball. We're fine.
Oh
We're
yeah,
fine.
great.
Do
No.
we see like what's it look like here in this main hallway? Like how many doors off of like in the main lobby?
Well, so in the main lobby, there's just one set of double doors that leads somewhere else. And yeah, like I said, secondhand couches, sign-in forms, a desk,
Okay.
papers.
Through the double doors. I'm heading through.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Alright.
follow along.
You head down the hallway. This as you're walking into this place, it feels cold in here. Like maybe the heat just isn't on, but you're getting that weird cold vibe.
Alright.
There is, as you're walking down the hallway, there's a sign that says to Studio A. And then, or actually I should say there's a real sign that says stairs with an arrow and a little stair symbol, and it's pointing down the hallway. And then below it is a handmade sign that says Studio A, and it's pointing in the same direction.
Gotcha.
There is also, let's see, Natalie, you can tell that the farther up, the stronger the vibe is from this place. Seems obvious. And I want D6 rolls from everybody just because I
Okay.
want to randomize some stuff. Tell me what you get.
Nope, I was muted. I have 5.
5.
Oh,
You
we
got
all had different numbers.
a 4, a 3, a 5,
And a 1.
and a 1. Why don't I see your 1?
Oh, because I rolled it with a physical dice.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah. My fault. My bad.
Mallory, you see rounding a corner. So it's kind of like that maybe you're at like a T section, right? T intersection hallway. To the right, up ahead is the sign for the stairs. Walking from the left, padding towards you, you notice before anyone else a dog. Looks like an English bulldog.
Okay. Suspicious.
Yeah. Doesn't look like a ghost. Just looks like an English bulldog. Maurice, you notice to your side there's a door, which is labeled equipment room. And the door creaks open, and you see peering out at you, looking aghast, a man wearing an old-timey tuxedo, looking as pale as a ghost, with coiffed white hair.
Just like looks at him. Just oh my God. Right as I was about to say something, one of my cats screamed at me. So yeah, I think that he sort of like sees it, and like you say, like he's wearing like a fine suit.
Yeah, it's like a tuxedo, but it looks like an old-timey tuxedo, like something you'd see in like the 40s or
Okay.
the 50s.
Just you old or new?
He's just like, he just gestures for you to come towards him.
I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
She's not even like, have some free candy.
Yeah.
Just hand waving.
Hey,
Just hand waving.
Maurice
He
can't
seems
help.
like
But he wants to help old people.
he seems like he's trying not to make any noise. He's like,
Yeah,
Maurice heads
get close to him.
Maurice separates from the group to go speak with this stranger. Mallory sees a big cute dog.
Yeah, is that dog like barking at this
It's
guy?
not currently barking. Or, well, it doesn't seem to notice the guy.
Oh.
It just rounds the corner and it sees the lot of you, and Mallory's the one who notices it first. So, whatever you'd like to do, you get first reaction to the canine. What are you thinking? Anything? Can you hear me?
Maybe not.
Wait, who? Wait, who? I thought you were talking to Natalie.
Oh, wait. Did I say Natalie? I'm very sorry. I thought I said Mallory.
I heard both Mallory and Natalie, and I was like, I'm
Hmm.
just gonna assume that.
No, you rolled the
Natalie.
highest.
And I was like, oh, okay. All right, let me backtrack now that it's about me.
It's about you.
So there's a bulldog. Um, I go to the bulldog
You go to the bulldog. What do you do?
and I give it some scritches.
All right. You go to give the bulldog scritches.
Mhm.
The bulldog doesn't growl at you. But you see, like, now that you've gotten closer to it, you're right in front of it, you see it has a tail that curls upward, which is weird because bulldogs don't usually have tails. But this tail doesn't look like a dog's tail. It looks like weirdly like you know those things that anglerfish have
Oh
with a little
my
light
God.
on the end of it?
Ugh.
It looks a little bit like that.
Okay, I withdraw my hand a little and I'm like, you're a little messed up, buddy. What's that you got on you?
Then the dog, as you withdraw your hand, then the dog starts growling. And you know how English bulldogs have like jowls that
Uh-huh.
hang down? You get like a gravity reversal where all the jowls go upward,
That is
Ugh.
horrifying.
right? And it activates its terrorize ability.
Oh, right.
So it's kind of like in many of the Ghostbusters movies, specifically the first one with the librarian, right? Where she looks like a normal librarian and then she wigs out and gets super scary. So it's like that moment, except with reverse gravity jowls on a dog. Maurice is off to the side and does not see this.
No.
But Mallory, Natalie, and Ted.
What kind of roll are we making?
You gotta roll. Or I think, hold on. I'm gonna check my book. The
Yeah.
terrorize.
Okay.
Let me make sure it's not a roll that they make. Pretty sure it's a roll you make, but you know.
What kind of roll?
We're gonna find out. Oh, match the ghost's power against the cool of each Ghostbuster present at the scene.
Oh,
If the
that's no
targets-
good.
Yeah, so the ghost is rolling and trying to overcome your cool.
Okay.
Is it everyone or just hers?
The 3 people who could see it.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay. My cool is 5.
Rolling the die or
The ghost is rolling,
so everyone
and they're
adds
trying
their
to
cool together.
oh, okay. 2.
It's like I have a cool 2. This is not gonna go well.
Don't worry, I'm carrying here.
Sitting at a solid 9.
Or is it each? No, I guess it would be the total number, wouldn't it? Let me see here. Match the cool of each Ghostbuster presence. You know, if the target's cool, but it targets it. Oh, I guess it targets a specific person. I don't want to do it that way. Yes. So everyone is afeared.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
You all are like, no, scary dog.
I have a shotgun.
You have a shotgun. Shotguns don't work against ghosts. You silly
I'm
Billy.
scared.
They work against dogs.
Whoa, no.
Whoa.
No, Ted. That's
Listen.
not.
I would need some like salt.
Rock
We
salt.
can go all
yeah.
supernatural.
We just
on
had
it.
rock salt 10 minutes ago.
We
Yeah,
should
but
have
you
It's
used
taken
it
true.
all.
Dang.
Go get the winner
Sure,
out of
I
there.
can't bring a parachute, but you can bring rock salt.
Okay, were those were the nuts that you have a couple pockets of
Oh,
still
yeah.
salted?
The salted nuts.
They are. However, I am dealing with an old man ghost and am not afraid. 'Cause
That's
he's like,
true.
"Oh, come to me,
I'm-
great
I'm gonna let-
Gatsby."
I'm gonna let you
Trying to
keep
think
your salty
outside the
nuts.
Oh.
I still got 2 uses of them.
So everyone is gonna have to run in a different direction. So we're gonna see if you run back into the lobby, if you run towards this equipment room, of which the door is ajar, or if you
Okay.
run up the staircase. So each one of you are gonna roll. If it's a 1, it's lobby. If it's or as a 1 to 2 lobby, 3 to 4 equipment room, 5 to 6 staircase.
Uh,
You all rolled the same. Oh no, okay, you did not roll the same.
I'm special.
Back to the lobby.
Oh no.
Go get that rock salt.
All right.
But Natalie and Ted are up the stairs to get away from this ghost. You all scramble. You do your Scooby-Doo moment, and you get out of there. Meanwhile, Maurice has stepped inside the equipment room. As soon as you get inside, this God man shuts the door behind you as quickly as he can,
No, no.
and he's like, "Oh, thank goodness you are here!" And he hugs you.
Okay, that's a little close, little personal.
He's like, "Oh, I apologize. My name is Chriswell. Well, son of Chriswell." And he gives this very dramatic bow. And you're in an equipment room. There's a lot of like cameras and a lot of cabling and different parts and stuff. And standing behind him is a woman with kind of wild blonde hair, in a very punk outfit, and she's like, "Give it a rest, Chriswell." Just she turns to you and she's like, "I'm sorry, he's very weird."
See a ghost?
Oh no, he's just weird.
Okay.
He's like, and Chriswell's like, "I am not weird. I am a medium." And then he like goes like this.
Medium weird.
Medium weird. Yeah, maybe that's what that lady says. She's like, "Yeah, a little medium." Medium weird. But she's like, "So yeah, that's Chriswell. I'm Dee Dee." And
Okay.
you recognize this woman.
You're the
You've
lady
seen
from
her.
the television.
You've seen her on the TV talking about Elvis.
You know, you're one of my favorite broadcasters in the city, but because of you, I did have to blast Elvis earlier today.
She's like, "I knew it. I knew he was out there."
Well, was for all of about 5 minutes. So the whatever recent additions that you had as far as equipment goes, that you put on the satellite, all over town. We got spaceships in the sky. We got Elvises walking among the living. We got aliens. We got all sorts of things that should not be there. Do you know how to turn off the giant dish up top?
He's like, "Yeah, when this whole thing got started, when things started going haywire, whole place got really cold. The control room froze over. Most of I don't know where most of the camera crew is. They're around here somewhere. But gosh, oh, where are the Corys? Oh no, this whole place is Chriswell and I have just been hiding in here because that dog, terrible.
No, wait, a dog?
Oh, yeah, it's some sort of weird alien dog. And Chriswell's like, it's a spirit from the other side. And she's like, I still think it's an alien, Chriswell. You can think whatever you want.
Okay, look, from what we are experiencing today, aliens very well could be ghosts. So I'm just going to say that you're both right. And we need to figure out a way to get out of this equipment room without messing up that ghost alien dog.
Yeah. Chriswell's like, listen, it's very simple what has happened here. Somehow, a dimensional rift has opened to the plane of limbo, and spirits are entering our world to wreak havoc. And Dee Dee's like, that sounds completely ridiculous.
No, he's right, though. It's a little column A, column B. Evil mega corporation decided to make a box that can bring ghosts from beyond here, so kind of like the portal. The son of Chriswell.
Like, yes, the son of Chriswell.
Yes, the son of Chriswell has stated. So kind of ghosts are coming over. You know, you do have a paranormal infestation, but don't worry about it because we are ready to believe you. I'm one of the Ghostbusters, based out of here. Don't worry, we got our best people on the job. And he'll like hand a business card. But it's like you can tell that it was like a Coin King business card that has like a Ghostbuster sticker over it.
Yeah, there you go.
With the old phone number scribbled out.
No, because it's the same phone number. That's why it's the Coin King business card.
That's true.
But he just like put the Ghostbuster sticker. But when he hands it over, like the sticker's like kind of peeling on the side. The card has some slime coming off of it. It's authentic that way.
Chriswell takes it and suddenly reacts dramatically to holding it, and he's just like, I can see a vision of your future. You will be beset by many terrors.
Yeah, that's a Tuesday. Anyways, are we getting out of here?
He's just like, Dee Dee's like, yeah, let's get out of here. And she goes to open the door. And Crystal's like, wait, hold on.
What is with this guy? Is he always like this? Does he work here?
She's like, he does work here. He has one of our most popular shows.
Oh no, I'd buy it.
And he's like, wait, hold for a moment before the beast passes us by. I can sense its presence. Do you want to go outside or do you want to wait?
I'll wait until son of Chriswell has told us that the coast is clear.
Cool.
Yeah. Maurice, I mean, like, he's in this equipment room.
Cool. We're gonna cut to let's do Natalie and Ted.
Right.
Up the staircase. Flop sweat, terror, adrenaline pumping through your veins. You get to the top of the staircase. You think the dog isn't following you? You're pretty sure? You're not.
Catching breath.
There's a door that says Studio A, and then there is another stairwell. Goes up. The Studio A door reads, well, let's see here. Studio A, a lot of this is written in marker, right? Glassjaw TV.
I don't look behind me to see if
it's
the
too
dog
scary.
is
You're too scared
there.
to look behind you.
I just run straight. I don't stop running, and I just go right for the door for the stairwell and just keep going up.
Oh,
okay. You just keep
That's
going
my
up.
plan. Yeah. Nope.
see, I think it was Natalie's instinct to run into the studio.
That's fine. We can split the party
Yeah,
four ways. I love
yeah,
this.
let's do it.
Just listen
This
for
is
the
our
bullhorn.
gift to you, GM.
Yes. Natalie, you run into the studio, the Glassjaw TV set. You see a set that is like a makeshift newsroom set. So there's like a table, there's some lighting on a lighting grid on the ceiling. There's a big sign behind the desk that says like Glassjaw TV. And there are a bunch of cameras set up around it. There are two entities sitting at the desk. And there's a full camera crew shooting. And as soon as you walk in, the camera crew look over. They all look terrified. And the two things that are sitting at the desk are a skeleton with... No, it just looks like a skeleton. Like a really, like, kind of like a big skeleton. Big boned skeleton.
I would be probably the expert in the room on skeletons.
Oof.
How big boned?
How big boned? This thing doesn't have human proportions, is the thing
Okay.
about it, right? Like it has extra long arms and and extra wide ribs. And it's wearing a big furry coat. It's also very cold in this room. It seems to be colder on this floor than it was on the previous floor. Next to it is seated a blob-like creature that just vaguely has a humanoid shape. And there are two eyeballs floating in around like where the head would be. And the skeleton is like chattering away, making clicky sounds with its teeth towards the camera as it's being shot, and the blob thing is making like burping sounds out of its like weird mouth hole. But they're not saying anything because they're not talking, but they're like clearly trying to talk or mimicking speech. It's as if they were doing a newscast, and the whole crew are shooting them, and everyone just looks terrified. Also very cold. I don't know if they even notice you when you come in the door because or not the crew, but the creatures. Yeah, no, they're completely engrossed in this new newscast that they're doing.
Yeah, they're performing.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they want. They just want to give us fake newscasts.
They came to this city as two ghosts with a dream.
Okay, well, it's a really strange sight, and
It is.
I think like after the adrenaline, the fear that Natalie just got running up the stairs, and then like closing the door behind her, she's just confused. She just takes a moment to be very confused.
What is the? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, what is happening?
One of the camera ops turns to you and they're like, "Oh my gosh, please help us! These things don't want to. They just want to keep broadcasting, and they won't let anyone leave."
I've got you all. Probably best if you all maybe get a little lower, maybe hit the deck. And I'm gonna try to blast these ghosts.
Sure. Which one are you going to blast?
Ooh.
Who you gonna blast?
Oh, also I need to put in the ghost names because these ghosts have entered the... I should have done this with the last one too. But we do the Super Smash Brothers thing. These ghosts are thick and thin.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm probably gonna go for thin first. It seems faster.
Hmm.
All right, we're gonna blast. 13.
13. That beats the 10, which is what you needed. You blast Thin, the skeleton. Yeah, the arc of proton energy just shoots out. Everybody ducks. well, the hosts don't duck, but everybody else ducks. And the blast just hits the skeleton. The skeleton's knocked out of their chair and fall over behind the desk with a direct hit. Now they know you're there.
Yeah.
The big blobby one, thick, the eyes that are just floating in there just like blorp over towards you. And it starts to like roll up out of the chair onto the desk. And the people start screaming.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, ah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Finn is out of commission for a moment. Thick is going to get a chance to come up on you. It forms itself up into like a ball, and then it bounces a little bit, and then it bounces again. It starts to get some momentum going, and then it bounces right at you like a giant rubber ball, just with a set of floating eyeballs in it, just coming your way.
Do I get to dodge this? Maybe
You totally get to dodge this. This is definitely
dodgeball. All right. Let's see if this does this correctly. Because I don't remember if it does. Yeah, it's it. That's a 30.
wow, a 30. The 76 worked out in your favor this time.
Yeah.
Um,
Get a bunch of ones.
It bounces right towards you, and you easily dodge out of the way, and it bounces into a wall, goes straight past you, hits the wall, bounces off, flies up towards the ceiling, hits a light. The light explodes in a shower of sparks. And the creature sort of like loses its spherical shape for a minute as it falls back onto the ground, stunned. You see rustling behind the desk as Thin begins to pick itself back up. Oh, you know what? When you blasted it, because it has a big fluffy coat, there's a bunch of like goose down that's like raining from the ceiling because part of the coat exploded.
Very good.
It's getting up. It's sort of like you see its hands grip the top of the table, and they're just these huge skeletal claws as it starts to raise itself up, but it has to spend its whole action doing that. What are you doing?
All right, we're gonna take a shot at Thick.
Thick.
Oh no!
Oh, an 8. Oh, shot goes wide. Blast hits a camera. Camera explodes.
Oh.
Thick begins to blorp itself up. Let's see. My new favorite verb.
Yeah, right.
To blurp.
To blorp. He, she, it blorps. I blorp, you blorp, they blorp. Let's see how smart they are. Okay, they're pretty smart this round. Thin picks itself up and climbs up onto the desk, and then looks over at Thin does that. Looks over at Thick. Throws off the remains of the giant coat and clatters its weird little like clatter speech, and Thick blorps, which is also a verb for speaking. I don't know if you knew. It can be applied that way if you want. Up at it, like looks up at it, and then they both move towards each other.
Yep, I thought they might do that.
Oh no.
And this round they're gonna collide. And there's like they Super Saiyan merge. No, the big they hit each other, and the big gooey mass hits onto the skeleton and sort of forms into it, fills up the rib cage, and sort of moves out around the arms and legs, and the eyeballs go into the eye sockets of the skeleton, and it just becomes a big, gross, spooky man.
So yeah, what are they called together now?
Well, now they're just called the same thing.
Oh,
they're
Just
called thick
called
and thin.
average.
a normal guy.
Oh yeah, just a normal guy. Just
Just a little guy.
just typical body type.
Yeah.
Average BMI. The
It is a massive body.
Mm-hmm. The creature but it had to spend the whole round doing that. So now we're in a new round. It's your turn. This thing looks more formidable now that it is one creature instead of two.
That's real scary. But also she doesn't want to just leave these people alone now that we've started this.
Yeah. Do you want to try to is your priority to save the people or to fight
Yes.
the monster? Okay, if your priority is to save the people, one of the things you could do is try to lead the monster away from the doors, because right now you're standing in front of them.
Right.
And you can tell the people to run.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get the people out.
Okay. So
and just tell them to make a beeline for the door and to go through the lobby, get out.
cool. You've definitely got the creature's attention. So as long as you move away from the doors, it'll probably follow you.
That's
And you know what I should have added as a clothing piece? I'm gonna add it now. The blob had a tie, the necktie. They're
just
trying to
floating
newscast.
around in there.
Yeah. And now that it's formed into a creature, the necktie's in the proper place.
Yeah. Dude, look, they're actually so cute. I feel bad shooting them. That's all they wanted. They just wanted to be anchors.
They just wanted to be anchors, do their terror broadcast. They're gonna come up to you and take a swipe with the big claws. So you're gonna need a dodge. I'm gonna need a dodge roll from you, and that's all you're gonna be able to do this round.
Yeah.
And people are exiting the room.
Awesome. 26, but a ghost die.
Ghost die. 26 with a ghost die.
Great roll. Minus the ghost die.
You easily dodge out of the way of average BMI. Gosh, what goes wrong? Ooh, this is a tough one. Oh no, I know exactly what happens. This is the standby. The old standby. Thick and Thin has large claws. It swipes you, you dodge out of the way, but you have a bunch of exposed wires on your proton pack, and it catches them and just clips.
No.
And there's just sparks coming off of the back of that thing.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we in the biz like to call a problem.
New round. What are you doing? The people are mostly out. By the end of, let's say, this round, they will be out of there.
Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna spend this round kind of doing the same thing, just trying to keep average BMI away from the door. Yeah, we're just gonna call him that now, I guess. Yeah, because us using the proton pack is probably not a good idea. At the moment. So yeah, there's just going to, or unless there's any other thing that I don't know if there's something in here that I could use to contain them or something.
There's a bunch of cameras, sound equipment, TV monitors. What other items do you have?
I brought a walkie and a ghost trap. So
you could radio for help.
Yeah, I might just say, "Hey, there's a problem in Studio A." Over. Then again, there's a problem everywhere.
There's a problem everywhere. It's bad all around. Who has the other radio?
Maurice? No, you did not swap it with something.
The bullhorn.
You did, didn't you?
Yeah, the bullhorn.
It happens again.
It happened again.
Didn't we talk this
Out,
through
out.
before?
Yeah, well, I want to point. Yeah, I did make a very clear point about that. On the way out, I was like, oh, good. Somebody brought a walkie. That's a good idea. And then there's a walkie in the Winnebago just crackling. There's some problem in Studio A. Over.
Like, Maurice has made new friends. He has a new life now.
Maurice is friends with a
You're
psychic.
not my real friends anymore.
Yeah, I have a psychic and a newscaster friend. My social clout has shot up.
Oh my god.
Watch out, New York. Maurice is on the beat.
Let's cut to another character. Mallory, you run into the lobby. Yeah, you can hear the heavy panting of a very bad boy. That is as the spectral, now very obviously spectral, English bulldog bursts through the double doors right after you, landing on one of the couches and like bowling through it. And its weird little like tail thing sort of whips
Mhm.
around and hits one of the like a chair,
Mhm.
and the chair fizzles and then blinks out of existence.
Oh, we don't like that.
No,
I do have a proton pack,
Mm-hmm.
so I would like to protonate.
Oh, I see. Please roll me a 10 or higher.
10 or higher.
Ask your doctor.
What is the
if
roll
Prosinate
for
is right
proton
you.
packs?
Moves.
Moves. Okay. I will use 2 brownie points.
No,
Wait,
that doesn't
no,
make any
that's
sense. That didn't roll
not-
enough dice.
No, what the heck? I should have rolled 5 dice.
Also, chat
Right?
would like to know, does the dog have a name? Does this get
The
a Smash
dog-
Bros?
The dog does have a name, but I can't reveal it in good conscience yet.
Okay, here we go. I got a
Oh.
14 with a ghost die.
Yeah.
This is so good.
You hit the ghost dog and stun it. Let's see. But the problem is that you're still so scared of this thing, you cannot stay in this room with it. You have to get out of here.
Yeah, that tracks.
Mhm. I really like how your cat's just chilling out.
He's now on the armrest. He's just
Mm.
sitting there watching.
Good.
He loves this
Um,
stuff.
So next for the next round, you have to like get out of this room.
Okay. I will follow where my friends have run ahead.
Okay, sure. So you're gonna go up the staircase?
Yeah.
Okay. You blitz up the staircase. At the end of your round, you can actually no, you go out into the hallway, and as you're going out into the hallway, Chriswell is just like, now is the best time. I foresee you will be met with an ally. And then he opens the door and steps out and just slams right into Mallory.
Ally.
Um, so now Maurice, Mallory are reunited. Mallory's still trying to get into the up the stairs, but
Bad dog.
points backwards.
Close the door.
Yeah, so I've heard. Let's go.
You all go up the staircase.
Mallory, Dee, Mallory.
Hey,
What's up, dude?
yeah, Dee Dee's got yeah, Dee Dee's very punk looking. She's got like the leather jacket, and she's pretty cool.
Mad
got-
respect.
Yeah, she's got really there's a lot of product in her hair to make it stand up like that.
So good.
there's you head up the staircase. You get to the top of the staircase. Basically, as this round of yours is ending, you can hear a commotion coming from inside of Studio A. Oh, and a bunch of people are running out of
It was
Studio A
like,
as well. I
there was
forgot
a
about
bunch
that.
of people running out.
There's a bunch of staff that also run into you on the staircase, and they're like, oh, more of you, Ghostbusters.
You don't want to go that way.
And they're like, oh, okay. There's some bad stuff going on in Studio A, but what are you distracted the creatures and so we could escape?
Oh, well, this way lies a dog with the tail that'll delete you from existence.
So
There's,
run
like-
faster, use a fire escape.
Is there a fire escape?
Can't use the fire escape because of the miasma.
Green
Mhm.
miasma.
They're
Yeah.
only a floor up.
Well.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. Just cough for a little bit.
Look, just jump in.
Remain
Just aim for the
calm.
bushes.
People, good people. Now is the time to remain calm and think about all of the things that you haven't accomplished, want to accomplish still. All of your regrets, all of your achievements. Just think about where you've come to in life and make your peace.
Wow.
That's my pep talk.
I thought that was going someplace very different.
I think that was the intended delivery. I don't know what we're doing.
It's a kid's show in the 80s. You could get dark. It's fine. You can do what say what you got to say.
You're
Make your peace with getting out of here.
oh no. Yeah, okay. The people are like, yeah. I think they're gonna head for the fire escape. They're like, we can do it. It's just one floor. One of them's like, I've made my peace with it.
Oh no.
We don't know the effects of long miasma yet.
It's just asbestos, it turns out. Um, we didn't know in the 80s. Yeah, so they could probably make it out. It is only one floor down.
I mean, we'll find out eventually.
I know. And
Get my camcorder out and just check. Just in case.
Maurice,
Oh,
what are you
God.
doing while Mallory's giving this pep
Oh,
talk?
I'm like, Mallory's got this. She's
Okay.
She's the face of the group. Like, if anyone's
There's-
gonna rally their spirits about getting out of this place, it'll be Mallory. But apparently there's bad stuff happening in Studio A, so I think he's gonna like go over to Studio A. Like, I'm assuming that it has like the hydraulic doors kind of
Mhm.
thing. So like he'll like look into the little viewing slat and just see, like that has like the fire wiring on it, and just see like Natalie like trying to blast this like skeleton
What?
goo man.
You actually see Natalie talking frantically into a walkie-talkie.
I know. It's gonna look like you heard.
At which point it may dawn on you that you left that walkie-talkie in the vehicle.
Nah, Ted probably brought one.
But you can also tell, so if you look in, you can see a little bit of this creature.
Okay.
Looks pretty big and imposing. You can see Natalie frantically talking into a walkie-talkie, and you can see sparks coming off of Natalie's proton pack.
Oh yeah, no. I think Maurice is just gonna like throw the door open, no questions, just and try and blast this thing.
Blast it. Give me a 10 or higher.
Okay, 10 or higher. Oh boy. 11.
You've got over a 10. You blast it. The beam hits the rubbery surface of Thick and Thin and bounces off of it,
Oh.
hitting one of the lights.
Uh-oh.
Ha.
Make a hole.
I think what Maurice would do if shooting it directly didn't work, he would point up because they probably have the spotlights, right?
Yep.
Because this is supposed to be like a newsroom. He's just gonna try and blast those and have him swing down and try and smack this thing.
Nice. All right. Cool. That's what you're gonna do this round.
Okay.
I want to know what Natalie's doing this round. I want to know what Mallory is doing this round.
Let's see. I am gonna try to secure the door, and so if there's furniture I can move in front of it to block the dog thing out, hopefully. I don't know. It's a ghost, so we'll see how that works. And then I will step away from the door and have my proton pack ready.
I didn't consider that there might be doors to the staircase, but I will give you one so you can barricade that so that now you just can't go down to the first floor, but you can move freely to Studio A or upstairs if you want.
Great. I do love that.
So you can grab a piece of furniture from either the hallway, maybe there's like a desk or something out there outside of Studio A. You just grab that and put it up against the door.
Wait.
You do that this round. What is Natalie doing this round?
So in the sound equipment, does it include one of those mics that you kind of hold on the long pole and
The boom
dangle
mics,
down?
yep.
Yeah, boom mic. I would like to take the pole from one of those and try to jam it between the ribs of this thing and stick it somewhere so it can't move anywhere else. It just gets stuck in here.
That's a great idea. Let's roll a muscles.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this is a 15
Okay.
to overcome the strength of this creature. And if you succeed, this is gonna make Maurice's job much easier because then it can't dodge the thing that you're dropping on it.
Yeah. Tell you what, my muscles is not the best. I'm going to use a couple brownie points. Just based on how my rolls are going tonight, I'm going to use 4 of them.
Okay.
And hopefully that'll even it out. Okay, 25. There you go. All right, great.
Yeah, you grab the boom mic and just charge it like a spear. Stick it right into this thing. That is just talking at you. It's just been talking this entire time in goopy weird words. And you stick it, you wedge the thing in there, and it's trapped. Maurice, make your roll. You only need a 5 to blast. You're muted.
14 with a ghost die.
Oh no.
The ghost die. The spotlight falls down onto this thing, bopping it on the head. And the creature sort of crumples, and you see the two halves, because it's dazed, they're no longer in sync with each other, and they split apart. So Thin is just sort of slumps over to one side, and Thick sort of glorps off of him.
Just turns into a puddle.
Yeah, as they separate. And gosh, what's that ghost die gonna do?
Look, alternatively, they get bursted and I get slimed.
Yeah, there's always the slime, but you already got slimed this session.
That's true.
You already had to towel yourself off once. Fiddlesticks. Maybe I should go with that because I can't think of anything else good that would happen in this moment.
Yeah, this way I'm
it
still
would have
slimed.
been boom mic. Haha! Now you can't move. Thing falls down, hits boom mic, dislodges it completely. Free again.
Oh yeah, let's do that. That sounds good. So now neither of them are trapped anymore, but they are separated.
Okay.
Either that or it hit Maurice, which would also be just as funny to me.
Yeah.
Ah, just like that's very cartoonish.
Oh yeah, you blast that light, it falls, and then you just see the lighting grid like is wobbling a lot, and a light above you just falls and also bops you on the head.
I would
Lose a
argue that
What?
using D&D 5e terminology, I got bonked. Disadvantage on intelligence, which includes
Oh.
guess.
Oh, we've nerfed guess. We
We've
found a
nerfed-
way to do it.
We've done it.
You can pay us
Um,
later, West End Games.
Yeah, because we know that slime makes you bad at cool. Those
I think
did this use
suffering
slime?
head damage from
Head
a light
trauma.
dropping
Yeah.
on me. I think that counts.
That's
Being
too
slimed is
funny.
uncool. If a character is slimed, their cool trait is halved, round up. So if you're bonked, your brains trait is
Okay,
halved.
Oh no.
sounds good. I am
That's
I
improving
am
the
suffering
rules.
the bonked condition. Thankfully, I haven't been blurped.
Thank goodness. Ooh, the worst.
I think that's a half muscles roll.
Yeah.
Being blurbed.
Just to check in, Ted, you've gotten to the top of the staircase. You see Studio B. The doors to Studio B are ajar.
Okay.
And you can see inside as you're running by.
They're not doors?
They're jars. They you can see as you're running by, there's 3 figures standing in there. And they have TVs that they've set up on the floor so that the screens face upward, and they're like all underlit, so it's hard to tell exactly what they look like because the room is so dim. But you can also see 2 people that seem to be hanging from the ceiling.
Like,
Very odd.
how are they hanging from the ceiling?
They're
on-
hanging
like in a harness, or are they like arms on like a pole? Like, what's going on?
looks like they've been tied up upside down and they're hanging.
Oh, that's not good.
It says graveyard shift set outside of this room. And there's a staircase to go up to the next floor. It is slightly colder here.
I'm just running later, going all the way up.
Going all the way up.
Cutting it off at the source. That's the plan.
All right.
We're good at running.
Yeah.
We're gonna get up there. Deal with miasma when we have to.
All right. We got a cute cat on stream. We have 2 cute cats on stream right now.
Mhm.
All right. What is the rest of the group
Wait.
doing this round? We thick and thin have separated.
Now that they've separated, you're gonna try and blast thin.
Sure.
Yeah. Let me try that real quick.
Oh my God. Come on.
Another one.
No. Another one.
What is everyone else doing?
Well, how's my stair door ghost chair dog situation going now?
How's
And
going on?
handheld car door.
You can hear barking, and like they're banging at the door, but they're not able to, because this ghost is not able to move through solid objects. Some ghosts can't.
Yeah, excellent.
You have
That's
blocked
so
their path.
good. So
They
nice.
can't get to you. Yeah.
Refreshing.
But yeah, what do you? So you know that that this dog can't get to you this round. What do you do?
I will. Let's see. What's up with Studio A currently?
Studio A, if you look through the doors, you can see Maurice and Natalie are in there, and this weird creature that looks like it's a skeleton and a weird blob.
And the does it look like the proton pack didn't work? Or
Well, we're gonna get to Maurice in a second. I don't
oh,
know.
okay.
Yeah, I just want to know
I'll
what you're planning on doing this round.
yeah, I'll hang and see if it looks like they need help and just
Okay.
be ready to jump in. If it
Sure.
seems like they got it handled, I'll carry on to Studio B.
Okay. What is Natalie doing?
Well, if Maurice is going for Finn, I think Natalie is going to take the boom mic again and go for a stick and try to just have him for the time being. So I have to take more time to reincorporate to go after
Yeah.
anyone.
Don't let him form into a spheroid shape.
No.
I will point out that now that they've separated again, the necktie has moved to thin.
Very good.
Yeah, okay. Maurice, you blast. You blast Thin. Thin becomes disoriented. You wrap Thin up in your proton stream. As you know, it can be done with ghosts before they can be trapped. So from Mallory's perspective, you folks are doing really good. Something bad's gonna happen with Maurice, but we're gonna see in a second what that is. And Natalie, you're swiping. I'd like a roll for that.
Okay, I'm guessing that's probably muscles again.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna use 1 brownie point for that because that's probably fine. Go. Until it's not. Are you kidding me?
You've had some very low
I've had
rolls.
some horrible rolls. I've had some really good ones, but for those of you at home, I rolled a 4. I rolled a 2 and 2 ones on 3d6.
That's rough.
That's
so
rough.
So yeah, Mallory, from your perspective, Natalie's not doing as well, but Maurice seems to be doing pretty good.
Is this more of a shotgun or a proton pack situation?
Well, you notice that I don't know if you saw it earlier, but the proton beam bounced off of the gelatinous one. And Natalie just seems to be trying to hit it with physical weapons. So you think to yourself, maybe this is a job for the shotgun.
Sounds like my kind of job.
Okay.
Okay, so I go in with the shotgun. And I'll get fairly close range because I with the shotgun, you get close enough, it's very hard to miss. So that's my logic here. This could be my approach. I'm like, Natalie, I got this.
Natalie's whacking with this pole, and then you walk up behind her and you're like, Natalie, I've got this. You push her off to the side and then you just cock the shotgun.
Gentle push.
I like your plan better.
Yeah, I guess that would still be moves because moves is firing a weapon. So
okay.
DC.
Do I get to use using tools for this or not?
Is a gun a tool?
There is a separate fire weapon skill.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, so probably not. This is only a 5 if you walk up to point blank.
Okay. Cool. I mean, yeah, point blank. Feel pretty good about that. I have PPE in case of any bone shards.
Oh, that's true.
We'll give it a. I'm gonna spend 1 brownie point because I'm really worried somehow something will go wrong. Moves. No, that did not roll the right number. What the heck?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not right
There
at all.
we go.
There you go.
Cool. 10.
You've done it. You blast with the shotgun, and the blob thing just kind of like is completely disoriented. Now capable of being trapped.
Ooh.
A new round begins. Who's got the trap?
I only have a
I
proton pack.
have one. I'll set it down.
You set it
Awesome.
down. You're gonna trap this turn. Okay. You throw that trap out. Trigger the trap. Both ghosts sucked into it. With one sucked in with a rattle, the other with a blorp. And
Very good.
A satisfying
And-
blorp.
a satisfying blurb. And you got a 2-for-1 in the trap. Oof. Thick and thin. Defeated. Don't think I've forgotten about your ghost die.
It's a
Indoor.
surprise tool we'll use later.
Yeah.
Oh no,
So-
the worst mask tool.
You you're in Studio A. There's a bunch of wrecked lights, camera equipment, a necktie, and a big furry coat that's only got one blast hole in it.
I'll take the coat.
Take the coat.
Oh,
Got the
yeah.
big furry coat. Finn was cold. He's just bones. Cold in that studio.
Yeah.
Not even skin and bones.
He's not even skin. and
Not
bones, he's
even
just bones.
skin.
Skin,
Are
not
you
even once.
are you gonna head up the stairs?
Yeah, Maurice will start. Like, and I think he's like shaking the slime off of the coat,
Yeah.
like thinking
Um,
like, oh, you could really patch that out.
Yeah, totally. Maurice is shaking the slime off the coat and he was like, yeah, no problem. You head out of the room, you're going up the staircase. Suddenly the door to the downstairs bursts open
No.
as the dog thing leaps onto Maurice.
No.
At which point we're going to take a break.
I barricaded that door.
But
All right.
somebody got a ghost die.
So it's a little.
Yeah.
We're running a little late on terms of breaks, but we're gonna try and be back in 10 minutes. So don't go no place unless it's to grab a food, grab a drink, grab a friend, or possibly go to indooradventure.redbubble.com. Pick yourself up something nice. But in the meantime, enjoy a little word from our sponsor, and we'll be right back. All right, everybody. See you soon. And press the button.
The Really Real Ghostbusters will return after these messages. We now return to the Really Real Ghostbusters.
Hello, and welcome to Ghostbusters. We have returned from our break. I'm getting mauled by a dog. Ted is running really, 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 really fast. Lex, take us away. I don't know why it keeps muting us on this one. It's like this specific game, particularly.
It's just when we're coming back from break too. The dog, yeah. Dog's barking. It's Anya. It
Don't like it.
Immediately
Rude.
lose 2
2 brownie points.
brownie points.
Okay.
And its weird little tail thing is whipping around.
Okay.
I need you to make me. You could do moves or muscles. You could try and
Okay.
throw the dog off of you, or you dodge the weird tail thing.
What if, because dogs have great hearing,
They do, it's true.
I have a bullhorn. If I just like blast, like put it basically like right up to the dog's ear and blast.
Sure.
Oh, Ted is right. It's either that or I use my salty nuts.
Oh, okay.
This is a kid show.
Well, technically, I have 2 points in nuts right now, so What would be the skill for use pocket nuts?
Is that not an extension of gobble food?
I
this
would
not?
argue that this is an extension of gobble food.
You know, we get to use gobble food so infrequently in this campaign. I'd let you have it.
Okay.
Um,
I will have to use both of my nut slots in order to do this.
Yo, what?
please no. Please stop talking. Just
Oh my
roll.
goodness.
A 14.
And no ghost die,
I was waiting for the ghost eye on that.
right?
Oh.
After you just got a ghost die. That would have been
Oh man.
brutal.
Oh.
So wait, what was the theory behind this? The dog is just not going to like the salt?
I guess. I don't know. In this situation, I am personally hoping that the dog mayhaps appreciates the snack treat so much that it stops attacking me and instead becomes my friend.
I like that idea. That's much more fun.
We don't have a mascot yet. Why not Anglerfish Dog?
I'm not a good enough mascot.
No, you're a person.
But we have there's a little skeletal
multitasking.
dinosaur waiting in the wings.
Yeah, I have to
It's
see. I
true.
haven't checked the petition. We might have it.
Yeah.
We never came up with a number of signatures, so
It might already be there. Might already be waiting for you on the roof of this very broadcasting station.
They were
The,
doing a history documentary on Triceratops and showed the skeleton, and that's what makes its way back.
So the yeah, no, the dog is like, oh, a treat, and it starts eating the treat. Now it's distracted as it is nomming on these treats.
Yeah, I think Maurice like stands up and just, we need to go so fast. This thing is as strong as a bear.
The three of you go up the staircase.
Yep.
Studio B, Graveyard Shift Studio, the door is cracked open. You can see a strange glow coming from 3 television screens that have been set up facing upward. 3 hunched figures stand off to the side. You can see their silhouettes. And 2 figures hang from their feet over the 3 televisions. Ted is nowhere to be seen. You might hear the door of like the 3rd floor door like open and close, or you hear like the footsteps of Ted just continuing to run. Never stop.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I think we should skip this room.
Skip that room. Oh, also, Criswell and Dee Dee are following you, just to be clear.
Okay.
You get up another set of stairs. What is the next row we check? This is this is the son of Criswell set. Is 3rd floor. Studio C. Doors are closed. There's noise. There's like talking coming from inside. Ted, you get there first.
yeah.
There's staircase. Oh, the sign for the staircase that goes up beyond this is control room.
All the way up.
All right, all the way up to control room. Everybody else gets there after Ted. Actually, no. Let's play some stuff out with Ted because Ted's been running this whole time.
I'm really
Ted,
good
you
at
run
it.
up to the 3rd staircase.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, you can catch your breath. It's so cold up here. It's terribly cold. There's a hallway. The end of the hallway is a door that says control room on it. Lights come from the crack underneath the door. There's a fog that clings to the ground, a chill mist. There's also a television that is mounted to the ceiling next to the door. It's like one of those corner mounted ones that like you'd see in a hospital, you know. And let me see here. What is the television doing? It's playing some weird strobing images What do you
Blast
do?
it.
You blast it?
I blast
Cool.
the TV. That's my move. First thing.
You go to blast the TV.
Yep.
You unhook your proton wand. You bring it up. You're so cold.
Mm.
You could barely move. I need a muscles roll just to do the blasting.
Okay.
This is a 20.
I'm just gonna spend the 4 brownie points and just do
Spend
it.
the 4 brownie points. Just do it.
Yeah.
Cool. You can move for this round. Please give me. It's all the way down the hallway. Give me a 15 to blast.
Okay. This is in addition to the brownie points.
Yes, because the brownie points were just so that you could make this
just
roll.
to do it. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's moves, right?
Yes.
Shooting. Yeah. All right, cool. Here we go. Moves roll. Oof, that's just a 10.
Yeah. Your beam goes wide.
Is it
Hitting
hit
the
door
wall.
Oh, the wall. Damn. All right.
I mean, it might glance off the door. It doesn't open it though.
Okay. You know, I'm gonna blast the door. I've learned you don't open doors anymore. Opening doors leads to getting sucked to another dimension. We're gonna attempt to blast the door open, I guess.
Oh my gosh, you're so cold. It's another round. You got to roll.
And this
it's like painful to stay up there in that hallway.
I'm gathering that. You know what? I lied. I'm not gonna blast it. I'm just gonna try and run through the door. I'm just gonna run it.
Run.
Back up and then take off. You know what? Is it ice on the floor?
No, just slide through.
Just slide right through the door, yeah. Take a
Um,
running dive and slide right through.
You are the most traditionally competent Ghostbuster.
mm,
So if anyone's gonna do it.
And I am the best at running. So
Yeah. It's true.
real Ted wishes he could run as good as fake Ted.
mm.
Real wishes she could borrow things as good as Mallory.
Let me get that gun real quick. Yeah, sure. Here you go. Awesome. Thanks.
I know. Like, let me just take your car.
You cool with that? You don't need that, right? Yeah, cool. Thanks.
I can't believe how good friends we are. And then like you come away from that encounter with the other person being like, we are good friends.
Yeah, I know. Like, man.
Talk about a skill, right?
So jealous.
So, gosh, you're gonna just blitz it.
I'm gonna try my damnedest. Yeah.
You don't need to roll to run.
Okay.
You're just running.
Uh-huh.
As you're approaching the door,
Mm-hmm.
let's say there probably are some patches of ice on the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
You come closer to the TV and you see the strobing light and hear the strange sounds. I need a brains roll.
Okay. 20.
A 20. You succeed. Wow, it was a 20. It was a DC 20.
That's where all the power's at. The legs are also okay, I guess. It's all up here.
You're running along the floor. The TV's making strange sounds and noises. You ignore the cold. You ignore the hypnotic broadcast. You get to the door. You turn the handle and whip it open.
Send me to another dimension. I know how this goes.
No, actually, it's a control room.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. At the far side of the room, there is a ladder that is labeled roof access. Just because I know you're going to ask about that. Normally, that'd be the last thing that you'd notice, but the more obvious. I knew. Yeah, I just want to say, the door slams closed behind you. The room is dimly lit. It's only lit by the light of all of these monitors that are monitoring all the different like studios and the different broadcasts. And there's like different old movies. There's like, a sci-fi movie with these poorly put together spaceships.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like one of those Conan knockoffs, like the Barbarian Brothers. And
let's go, and then they start swinging.
Yeah, there's Yeah, and like also like a Mad Max knockoff is probably up on there too.
Sure.
Uh but controlling all this stuff are there's because there's all these levers, these knobs, buttons that need to be pushed. Two hands that are separate, they're just hands, but they have
Oh.
like little eyes on them,
Gross.
and they're like pulling knobs and stuff and pushing buttons.
I have
2
an
feet.
important question.
two
Where are
feet
the eyes?
where the eyes are like on the top
Okay.
of the 2 feet that are like pushing different buttons with their toes. They also have eyes, which are on the top of the foot.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's important. And there is like some arms that are rolling around pushing stuff. How are they doing it? Who knows? There's a
Mhm.
torso that's rolling around, and there's a head that is sitting in a chair and is just like "Rah, rah, 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 rah," talking ghost gibberish, commanding all the other body parts that are manning everything. Then we get this Super Smash Brothers screen that says "Fall to Pieces" on it. That's the
Nice,
name of this
nice,
ghost.
nice. How cold is it in this room?
It's cold, but it's not so cold that you can't act.
Okay, all right.
Seems like that was a defense mechanism in the hallway.
No, that's good because that. And just to be clear, there's no like comically large red button that says "Stop broadcasting" anywhere in this room, is there?
No, but you could
Oh,
just like
okay.
pull the power. Although it's probably more than one plug.
I'm real good at destroying electrical grids here in New York City. So
I mean, really, if you just blast it with your
but
proton pack, you're gonna
yep.
stop.
No, that's what we're doing. We're just
We-
like if there was a spinny chair, I would sit in it and use the proton beam to just carry me in a circle to just blast all these screens.
That's the way to do it.
I actually
I
was
could
thinking,
spin you if I was there.
I was thinking, does it like cause momentum? Because I actually thought about that. Like if I was gonna be sliding and like blast the far wall to shoot me through the door,
That's interesting.
There's
I think it.
low
I think
friction.
it would. I think it does cause momentum because I think it does.
If
in the
you're in
movies.
low friction, it should move you.
Yeah. Because I remember it in the movies like blowing them backward at certain points. I think that happens.
All right, well,
Anyway, you go to start blasting. The one of like the weird leg pieces immediately reattaches to one of the feet, and it hops forward to just kick the proton wand out of your hand.
Of course it does. All right, yeah, let's go.
How should we do this? Let's roll off to see if we can get a higher roll.
Okay.
The fastest gun / foot in the West.
All right, is this just a D6 or what kind of roll are we making?
No, this you'd be a firing roll against the opponent's power, which is for me, I get 46 for this.
All right, here we go. 13.
Oh yeah, I rolled like trash.
Yeah.
5, 6, 7. Yeah, I only got an 11.
Ooh, all right, it's still close though.
Yeah, it tries to kick upward to kick the proton pack out of your hand, but you're like, nope. And just blast. And you blow up a section of the control studio thing. So like several monitors explode. Yeah. Meanwhile, everybody else continues running up the staircase. Is everyone else gonna do the same thing to try to get up to the control room, or are you going to consider stopping at Studio C, in which you can hear noise coming from behind the doors?
I would check out Studio C.
Just poke your head in.
Yeah.
You have the guys whose studio that is, you said, right? He's with them.
Yeah,
Chriswell. So
Criswell. Yeah,
Son of Chriswell, yes.
son of
sorry,
Criswell.
yes. Yeah, my
Um,
mistake.
son of Criswell.
Easy mistake to make.
Mm-hmm. He's not as talented as his dad. The so you peek your head in, and you can see that's a set. The set is all like black and white retro type of thing, and it's like it says "Son of Chriswell, enter the mind's eye," and there's a big like very 60s like coffee table, and there are like egg chairs around it. And on the coffee table, the circular coffee table, there is a giant green head. From the eyebrows up, no head, or rather, like if it's like a human head, there's no like skull from the eyebrows up, but instead you can just see this big pink exposed brain. Ted gets it.
Mhm.
Um, and it's gibbering. It has big teeth. It's gibbering, and there's all these people that look like the staff for the show that are gathered around it, and they're like, "Oh yes, no, you're the smartest." One guy is just like, "I can't believe how smart you are. Your IQ is so much higher than mine." And then the big head just sort of closes their eyes and like nods a little bit knowingly, and then like says some other weird gibberish stuff. That's the guy.
Oh my god.
Hey.
So we've got we get the Super Smash screen, and it's Brain Blaster.
Mhm.
But these people seem to just be like in a weird hypnotized state.
Just sort of like looks at the rest of the group, close the door. I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, once we get rid of the root problem, right?
Yeah, let's stop the broadcast
Yeah.
because we're gonna be on cleanup duty for a while after this, and that guy, like, he didn't seem like, he's like wanting to eat brains, just kind of wanted to talk about his own.
Mm-hmm. That's true. All right. You head up the staircase. You get to the cold stairwell. Everyone is frigid except for Maurice, who is actually quite toasty in his gigantic coat. Maurice, you can proceed down the hallway as normal. Everyone else would have a very difficult time with it.
Doing it.
Maurice proceeds down the hallway. As you're getting farther down the hallway, the TV, its strange subliminal messaging is hitting you. Yeah, I need that brains roll. It's a 20. Oh, you have to roll lower on brains because you got bonked.
I do. So I have
No.
I have a question. I got a quizzity question. Say I did not trust my rolling capability, as brains was already one of my lower skills. How many brownie points would I have to provide to just go along? And I do understand it will more than likely be a higher cost because of the bonk.
As the bonk. That's true, because you're bonked.
I've been bonked, yeah.
How many brownie points do you have left?
I currently have 19.
Oh, give me 8 brownie points, you
8?
ding dong. Because it would normally be 4, but everything is halved for you, so you have to pay double.
Oof, I'll do it.
Oh, that's so rude.
I'll
Oof.
do it.
All right. You're just tell me how it looks, how you're ignoring this television, how you get past the subliminal message television to the door.
What is it? It is and this obviously is not a reference for Ghostbusters, but in the Billy and Mandy movie, that Voltaire voices a giant brain-eating brain. And he cannot eat Billy's brain because Billy's brain is too small to be eaten by the brain-eating machine. it's not that the subliminal messages aren't working. Maurice is just not capable of processing what they even mean
It's
or
true.
what they could mean. Like, it would show, like, slow zoom in on the TV, zoom in on Maurice, TV, Maurice, until eventually there's just, like, drool. And he, like, kind of, like, wipes it away, and because he's thinking about the nuts that he gave to the dog.
He's just like, that's a fun program.
Haven't seen
And
that
then
one before. Click.
Yeah.
Like,
and then you just open the door.
I'd use half my brownie points to do it, but here we are.
You open the door. You see Ted is just blasting away at these TV monitors, and there's all these body parts all over the place. That seem very upset that he's blasting the TV monitors.
Yeah, I think Maurice like sees Ted blasting, and then he'll like sort of look and just we came as soon as we could, and like you see like Maurice is just wearing this massive fur coat. Like, there's a hole in it, sure, but he looks warm. He looks toasty. He already wears a jacket over his Ghostbuster uniform.
Sure.
And I think he sees you blasting, like, these mini ghosts, and he's going to start doing the same. Win in Rome.
Yeah, right?
What are Natalie and Mallory doing?
What's the difference between M and Mallory, honestly?
This is a good question.
I can't tell. I can't see it.
I mean, it's really cold down this hallway, right?
It's very cold. To do any actions, you have to pass a muscles test.
I'm not optimistic about my muscles.
Ghost, though.
Ghost.
Yeah, what does that mean?
What does that mean?
We're gonna get resolution to that.
We're gonna listen. Something might happen if you go down that hallway and you're half ghost. Maybe if you get to the TV, you might something special might happen.
Well, now I gotta try.
You definitely get really weird vibes from this hallway.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything that's going to keep me not cold, so I think I'm just gonna go for it.
All right, I need that muscles roll.
All right. I'll spend 1 brownie point. I'll see if that's gonna help me here. Nope.
Well, at least you didn't get a ghost die. Your extremely low rolls continue.
It's just astonishing.
You try to step forward, but you can't. You're too cold. Is Mallory doing anything?
Mallory is looking for any like costuming or people's personal belongings, perhaps, to try to acquire a big coat to borrow.
Son of Chriswell has a vintage 40s tuxedo jacket, which is not particularly warm. And Dee Dee has a leather jacket, but it's like full of holes because it's super distressed, because that's cool. And those are and otherwise the hallway's pretty bare. There isn't a whole lot else up there. Though maybe in some of the studios there might be some costumes.
That's what I'm thinking. I would love to find some kind of costume, even if it's like a mascot torso. Perhaps especially.
Oh my God. Perhaps
especially.
I mean, they get very warm. That is very fair.
It's true.
You turn to head back down the staircase. As we establish, there are doors. You open the door to the staircase to go down to studio seat. And you hear a low growl at the bottom of the staircase. Your boy, that dog, who no one has dealt with yet, is
That
still there.
I just shoot this dog with the proton pack.
Can I just shoot this dog? With the proton pack? Yes, you may shoot the dog with the proton pack.
Oh my god.
I clarified.
Important.
I mean, you could shoot it with the shotgun too, but it's a ghost, so it wouldn't do anything.
Yeah.
It would just be cruelty to animals for no benefit.
I know. That's not the free real estate that I'm here for. So let us go zap a ghost.
Roll me a 10 or higher.
I will actually step into the hall and close the door behind me.
Oh, cool.
Because like one of us is coming out of here. Okay, so that's moves again.
Yes.
Okay, I will again spend a bounty point to roll who moves.
You
is
successfully
13.
blast the dog ghost and stun it.
Sweet.
You've got wrapped up.
Is the ghost just resume being ghastly if I don't put it in a trap?
Correct. You have it wrapped up in your proton stream,
Mhm.
so you can basically you keep it lassoed,
Mhm.
or you drop the stream and then try to trap it, but it has a chance to get away because right now it's like lassoed, right? Or you have somebody else throw a trap while you
Okay.
keep it lassoed.
So I holler through the closed door. Like, do you got a ghost trap?
I have one that has 2 ghosts in it.
Well, I caught one. Can we squeeze another one in there?
Can we try?
If you open that up, thick and thin are gonna get a chance to get out.
Yeah.
How many brownie points would it cost?
Does Mallory have a trap?
I don't.
Okay.
The only other person who has one is me, and I'm all the way down the hall in the
Yeah.
other room blasting TVs.
How many brownie points would it take to make sure all 3 ghosts are caught again? Oof. That's a toughie. Normally, throwing a trap down on a stunned ghost doesn't cost you anything. I'd make somebody pay like 5 brownie points to not lose ghosts in a trap.
I'll pay 5. I'm so tired of this dog.
So tired of the dog. Okay.
The dog
Now-
days are over.
Natalie
Oh.
comes out with the trap, throws it down, and Mallory does the thing where you quick tap it. You like tap it, it
Jump out.
opens up, and the other 2 start to jump out, and then you tap it again, and the dog goes in trapped.
Excellent. Okay, time to find a jacket. Do you need a jacket?
That would actually be great.
Okay, let's
It's
go find
cold.
some mascot outfits. Maybe
Okay.
Here
there
you
was
go.
some kind of commercial being recorded and we can be like fruit.
Oh, there's definitely a costuming department here that has like the wildest like discount bin items that you've ever seen.
I would like to try to find specifically a Star Wars Jabba the Hutt.
Now that you said fruit, I want to be grapes.
I just want to be grapes. You folks can search the areas which you have cleared. So like first floor, second floor, not the 2 studios that have ghosts in them. And I would just like some rolls for that. I feel like you could do cool if you wanted.
Okay.
Make some rolls for that, and we're gonna cut back to Maurice and Ted. The Oh no. The
Oh, mm.
Oh no!
What? Any ghost?
the
Get out of town.
um
I
get out of
can't.
town. So
I-
as you two are going to blast, so there's that leg that's kicking at Ted, and then one of the arm pieces flies onto one of the hands, and it goes to slap Maurice across the face.
Uh-oh.
Incredible.
Basically, you have fall to pieces full attention. All their limbs are reforming to slap you around. So you got 2 arms, 2 legs attacking you.
Okay.
And I'm gonna roll to see how effective they are at doing that. Okay, that's not bad. Hmm. So they're not they're slapping you and kicking you comically. It's like a goofy comedy routine where like yep, it's one of those. You both lose 2 brownie points
Okay.
from getting kicked and slapped. Your rolls will be a little harder to blast, but you can continue blasting. Or do something else if you want.
Like the exit to the rooftops right there.
There's a ladder, yes, that goes to the roof.
Maurice knows that he has to be the one to climb. That's what Ted told him. Maurice also does not have a trap.
Well,
Why would
but
you do that? I have a bullhorn.
Yeah, it's crazy. I know. Yeah. I mean, I guess we could, if we trap this ghost, then it's easy pickings, I guess.
That's true, but how do you trap
A
this
multi-piece
particular
ghost,
one?
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't tried actually blasting the ghost. So the head is in a chair, right? You
Yes.
said. Can I?
I'll
So I
blast
wanna
it if you trap it.
I was gonna say, yeah. I was like, if we blast the head, and then is this like literally like take the head off the snake, and then the limbs just disappear? So yeah, let's. I'll
Try it.
trap the head.
I've rolled a ghost die for the last 3 times that I've rolled.
Every time.
It
This has
is
happened to
popping
at
tonight.
least one of us every single time we've played.
The beam hits the chair, goes through the chair, hits the ladder, destroys the ladder. The ghost the ghost's head flies into the air, and like falls behind like a cabinet. And you can hear rah, 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 rah. And there's like a torso that's rolling around on the floor, bumping up against the cabinet, trying to get to where the head is, but like doesn't have any limbs attached, so it can't do it. So that doesn't seem to have been super effective.
That didn't work. In a similar fashion to what we did in the subway, I would love to try to like get over this cabinet and just like open the trap and just like on top of the head.
It's
You
interesting.
know what I mean? Rather than like underneath it and suck it in, just like
You're going in there, yeah.
I'm going, putting the like open it and then just stuff it onto the head. I mean, it's also trapped. It's literally trapped behind a cabinet. So where's it going?
Where's it going? Sure, you can attempt to do that.
Yeah, that's the plan.
I need a muscles roll for you to get past all the limbs that are hindering you and climb up onto the cabinet.
Would you argue that I would be running past them?
No.
No? All right.
You are grappling with these things.
All right. That's fine.
What is
That's
grappling?
wrestling. That would be if you had wrestling, that would be applicable there.
Okay. All right. I guess we can make that agreement. 13.
Sure. A 10 is enough.
All right.
You get up there. You get past all these limbs. There's like an arm hanging off of you. And you open up the trap and aim it downward. And the energy shines down there, and the head just goes rah, 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 and rolls out of there.
That didn't work.
Doesn't work.
All right.
You both acted. The creature acted. A new round begins. Meanwhile, downstairs, Natalie, you found grapes.
Great.
They look so warm. This is gonna work great. You're
Oh
positive.
no.
Mallory, you found. Let me think. What's a good? This is this is public access cable television.
Mhm.
This is a Santa Claus costume. You have found a Santa Claus costume.
That makes sense.
Okay. Do I get a fake beard?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
For sure.
Perfect. Then I will Santa up.
You get to the top of the staircase. You both get to the top of the staircase. And attempt to cross the hallway. Mallory has no trouble. That Santa costume is quite warm. Has to be for that Macy's Day Parade. The Natalie though is like, yeah, and then you realize that this thing is mostly made out of paper mache, and it immediately
No.
starts to freeze and fall apart. Lose 4 brownie points
Okay.
for crossing the hallway while extremely cold.
Okay.
You get like halfway through and you're like, I can't go on. Mallory, you get to the end of the hallway. The TV strobes at you. I need you to roll brains.
Brains.
A 20
What?
brains, please.
Oh god. I don't think I'm gonna get it, so I'll just roll. Yeah. 9.
No. You look slack-jawed in your Santa costume at the television, completely mesmerized by the strobing lights across the CRT screen.
Ho ho ho.
Talk about the Santa Claus with a shotgun and a proton pack.
It's
Just the image of this Santa Claus just staring at a TV while holding.
They
a
sold
shotgun.
this action figure for 1 year before it was pulled from the shelves forever.
We actually accidentally made a Silent Night, Deadly Night reference.
Oh my god.
So meanwhile, inside, what are you two doing this round? At this point, one of the arms has reconnected to the torso and is dragging itself over to the head to try and get it to put it back on the torso.
All right, let's blast this head again.
Yeah.
This time.
Gonna try once more, but with
And
feeling.
it's not anything for me to trap it, right? Or do I have to use like my action to do the trap? Or maybe
You have
not.
to use your action to do the trap, but you won't have to roll to trap, assuming trapping is possible, which is you learned with just the head it was not.
Okay.
I hit it with a 20.
Oh, 20's good. 20's double what you need.
Yeah.
Boom. This thing gets hurt.
Oof.
It's not down yet, but it's hurt. You've dealt damage to it.
Okay. Then I guess I will blast it as well.
Okay.
And then we'll see what happens. Oh no, I will not with the 7.
7. Nope. Ted, it kicks you. One of the legs that hasn't reattached kicks you in the butt. You fall forward into a monitor. I actually rolled really well. That's a 21 for me.
Wow.
dang.
Dang, dude. That's wow.
Snap.
Lose 2 brownie points.
My head break the monitor.
Yeah, your head smashes into the monitor
That's fine.
comically.
As long as I can break things even while I'm getting knocked around, that's fine.
Yeah. One of the legs has attached to the torso. Now it is an arm, a leg, a torso, and a head. Weird ghost body. Let's just say they're like blue or something. I don't know. They look strange.
Sure.
Next round. Mallory's stunned. Natalie, too cold to move. Can either of you dig deep? From Natalie, I need a muscles roll. From Mallory, I need a brains roll.
All right.
All right. I'll have to spend a brownie point to give you a chance.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and spend 3. We're gonna see what happens.
Wow. I got
20.
You
what?
just did. So we had Mallory couldn't do it. Still
Nope.
completely mesmerized. Natalie though just makes it with a 20. You're so cold. Your grapes costume is covered in frost.
Stupid
Your
grape.
frozen grapes. You make it across the hallway to the door. Where Mallory in a Santa costume holding a shotgun stands slack-jawed looking up at the TV. You see the TV. Instead of seeing weird strobe lights and goofy images, you see yourself as if it is your reflection. And you're like, hey, in your own voice, you hear, I think you really got this all wrong. I'm not the one you should be worried about. You really got some bigger, bad enemies here, and you're just not looking in the right direction. But hey, let's talk more about it at GNN. Meet me there. And then you give a wink and a smile. And then the TV turns off.
Oh no.
Distressing.
Ooh, I don't
No.
Mm-mm.
This is what happens when you're half ghost.
Uh-huh.
No.
Mm-mm. Oh boy.
What are Maurice and Ted doing? Are you just still blasting?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be ready to trap based on a blast.
A 12.
12's pretty good. Seems a little disoriented, but not quite ready to trap yet. At this point, you've got it has completely formed together into one green humanoid being, a real Gumby of a guy, and it's gonna stand up and just be like, "Rawr, rawr," and then it's just gonna punch Maurice in the face.
That tracks.
That tracks. I get so much more dice now because it is fully formed.
Oh
That's
no.
great to know. Love that for me.
Ugh, cool.
We're looking at 10, 22. Punches you right in the face for 2 points of brownie damage.
Okay. Ah! Like, his glasses are probably like a little skewed up. His nose is red. And just, hey. Like, it's a like mean mug look. As much as he can. Just blast him.
Ted, did you do anything
No,
this
I
round
didn't.
yet?
I was gonna get ready to trap, but he was not trappable.
Okay,
So now I will attempt to blast him
sure.
again. Oh, there it is.
7
Ghost die.
and a ghost die.
Yeah. What's about to happen?
You try to fire, but he does like judo and knocks the thing out of the way and then punches you in the gut.
Oh my god.
My gosh.
Gumby's got
He just
hands.
punches people. Yeah.
Gumby's got hands.
He really pulled himself together on that one.
Dun-dun. Okay. I need to do math. I should use an electronic roller. It's so much more difficult. 25. Take 3 brownie points of damage. Are these numbers slightly arbitrary for brownie point damage dispersal? Yeah, maybe.
What of it?
Look, we're
Yeah.
not the Ghostmaster.
It's true.
We don't know.
He's just punching everybody. A new round begins. Mallory can move. Natalie can move. You can both open the door
Okay.
and walk into the control room. You see,
Yeah.
if you do that, a green man just beating up.
Look, Access Gumby over here.
Gumby,
Beating the crap out of
no.
us.
Just
Public
beating
access
up
live
Dad.
action Gumby,
Dad
and no
Gumby.
one wanted that.
Down.
No one wanted that.
Oh man.
That's
Bloody
just I don't know
blasted.
what I was thinking when I created this ghost. I mean, I had a very specific concept, but not a very specific look. So he's just a little weird. But what do you want to just blast him or do something else?
Keep
Somebody
blasting.
blast him.
My proton pack is busted, but I can try.
Oh no, don't do
I'm
that.
gonna try. I'm
Okay.
gonna try.
11?
11's a hit. Who else?
I'll try Ghost Pack
Yeah, go for it.
hit.
Why?
Ah!
Why?
I failed and got a ghost die.
Wow, the worst
Oh.
of both worlds.
I got the
Oh my God.
worst of both worlds.
As we established earlier, proton packs have momentum. you blast it, but you're not. But you realize you're still standing in the doorway and you're on ice, and then you just slide backward and fall down the stairs.
Oh man.
Comically, take
Right.
because but yeah, you take 2 brownie points of damage from
Oof.
tumbling down the
Ouch.
stairs.
Every day I'm tumbling.
Mhm.
So we got 1 hit. Ted, are you gonna try and trap, or are you gonna try and hit?
I'm gonna try and trap if it's trappable.
Or is what was Natalie gonna try and do something?
She's got the
Like,
busted
I
proton
could try
pack.
to blast, but like my pack is also busted, so I don't know how that's gonna go.
Just don't get a ghost
Mhm.
die.
Oh no. Yeah, I'll try and trap if it's trappable.
You're not. He's not lassoed yet. He
Okay.
seems pretty weakened, but he's not completely disoriented.
All right, it's probably a bad move, but I'm gonna attempt to blast it
Sure.
and then hope for the best. Here we go. Oh no, maybe not.
There you
There you
go.
go.
Hey!
Hey.
Now he's disoriented. He's
I have
confused.
I do have
Yeah.
a trap on my waist,
Perfect.
so I don't know
Trap,
if that's
trap.
yeah. I don't know if Natalie wants to grab it.
Oh, you could grab it, couldn't you? Because you haven't done anything else this round.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
I might make you make a moves roll just to see if you can grab it in top, and activate it quickly enough, since it's not on your person.
Yeah, sure.
But that's like a 10.
16.
All right.
Success.
Thank
I
you,
was waiting for
Lakers.
A
a
ghost
3
die.
and a ghost die.
I know.
Yeah,
same.
no, I'm very happy
A
that that
3 out of 4.
trap didn't blow up or something.
Yeah.
You know.
You trap, fall to pieces, get sucked into the trap.
Oh, buddy. Sorry.
All right.
Yeah, you've done it. There's no one mastering the control room.
Shut it down.
Shut it down. Yeah. The whole thing shuts down.
I gotta take out that transmitter.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
We have no ladder anymore.
You have no ladder anymore.
Take out a transmitter, huh?
Maurice will like drag over the cabinet. Because the ghost had fallen behind it. I'm assuming there's like a cabinet or something that he
Yeah.
could
Mhm.
use as a ladder to get up there.
Scramble awkwardly up to the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Open up the door. There it is up there, the satellite dish. It's not active anymore because you shut down the broadcast. The sky is actually starting to clear up a little bit. It's still overcast, but there isn't like arcs of green lightning, and the miasma has faded from the building.
Good.
Oh, it's a lovely day. I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I think Maurice is like, all right, this thing's got to get off there somehow.
Yeah, there's just a box that's like bolted to the neck of the satellite dish.
It's too bad you didn't have a shotgun or something.
There's any firepower.
If you have some tools,
Ooh.
mayhaps, because I will need to unbolt it.
That's
true.
a very
Well,
dad
Or I
approach.
could just like pull the cables and rip them out.
You could
that way.
definitely pull the cables. If you want to just wait, if you just want to wait for Mallory to get up there and then blast it, you certainly can.
May as well.
We can solve so many problems with violence.
Let's just
Violence,
solve
violence.
Violence is the answer.
Violence against technology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
let's
do that. We're running pretty late, so let's have a quick epilogue here. You hear a ruckus from the third floor, and a window breaks, and you see a giant head with an exposed brain hopping down to the street below, because Brain Blaster is a ghost and can exist while the broadcast is not happening. So Brain Blaster is loose somewhere in the city. We're keeping track of all the ghosts that are still loose.
Mm-hmm.
That need to be caught later.
It'll be fine.
The Mallory blows up a lot of buckshot right through that transmitter thing bolted to the satellite dish, and that's never gonna work again. Completely destroyed.
As it should be.
The Dee Dee and Son of Criswell are able to go to the graveyard shift set in Studio B and free the Coreys. Two 13-year-old kids who just really like horror movies. They were trapped by manifestations out of the broadcast, which went away when the broadcast ended. What else happens? You get a phone call from Vince Tanaka saying that he's successfully destroyed the stuff in the lab. That's cool.
Very cool.
And Son of Criswell is just like, my friends, you have been so successful, but I fear there is danger in your future. And he puts his arm on he puts his hand on Natalie's shoulder, and he's like, the future is of interest to all of us, for that is where we will live the rest of our lives. And this guy's great.
I love this guy.
Son of Criswell. And then he's just like, and then he says, beware the golden bull.
Wall Street.
And then, and he's like, that's all I've got. Nope, that's all I saw. Sorry. Thanks. Thank you. And as you stand on that rooftop, you see from across the way, another arc of green lightning. This time concentrated on the GNN headquarters. Something is happening there. What could it be?
Who knows?
That's it. That's all I got.
Who
We're
knows
done.
what it could be? I think that is an excellent cliffhanger. Lex, thank you so much for running this game. I had a blast. This is a great time, but I always have a great time whenever these fine folk are on the channel. Lex, where can we find you? What do you do?
Oh gosh, you can find me on Twitter at @DankDungeons. There's a link tree on that profile, and it has links to all of my things that I do. Those include such things as full written RPGs, RPG supplements, music for RPG supplements, other stuff too sometimes. And I'm on streams occasionally. I am on Ted's channel in a 5e stream, which I play a wizard who likes to turn into things and use damage dealing spells just as infrequently as possible.
Nice.
All right. And Ted, where can we find you? What do you do?
Well, that same channel, which is Nerd Immersion on YouTube, where I do all sorts of D&D and TTRPG related stuff. I play an escape with Lex on Thursdays, where I also play a wizard. I'm very much on the other side of the spectrum when it comes to wizards. We have wizards shenanigans that we get into. Although I am also a melee wizard, so it's a crazy thing. But it's a good time. You should check it out.
Incredible. And M, where can we find you? What do you do?
I am at McBoots42 most places on the web, and I do game design and stuff. Keep an eye out for the next draw for charity fundraising event. We will be raising money for amazing charities like Child's Play Charity. So you can check out our website at draw4 charity.org and follow us on Twitch so you know when we go live.
Excellent. And Heck, where can we find you? What do you do?
Yeah. You can find me on all of the social medias at SirHeckalot, including Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. I'm all over the place. Just find me. The best place to figure out where I'm going to be in the TTRPG space next, because I tend to wander just a lot. Though most notably next week, you can catch me over on Neon Lights roleplay for Oathsworn Odyssey of the Dragon Lords, where my character almost died last episode. So we're gonna unpack that and see how that goes. And then next Thursday you can catch me over on Dat Magic Juice's channel playing in All Hail the Queen, a Tyranny of Dragons campaign. That's all I gotta go on in the recent future. So just follow me to figure out where I end up next.
Fair enough. And if you've made it this far, you probably already know who I am. But if you don't, hey, Acorns, what's up? It's me, your buddy, your pal, your friend, the Indoor Adventurer, the showrunner here at twitch.tv/Indoor Adventures. We do shows like this on Monday and Saturday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, as well as something is cooking up for later in May that is going to be happening on Sundays. So keep your grapes peeled for that one, because it is on the radar. But that is all that I currently have. Oh, tomorrow night I'm going to be over on LB Hack'emup's channel, or it's either LB's or G Game Nights, because we are doing a Spelljammer one-shot that is inspired by One Piece. And I am very excited because I have asked the DM if I could have eaten the sun fruit to be a sun soul sorcerer or something along those lines, and they said yes. So I'm going to be looking very much forward to that. So again, check it out. Other than that, that is it for our show. So I'd like to say once again, thank you to everybody who decided to stop on by. Lex, thank you so much for running this absolutely fantastic game. And thank you to these players for putting up with our bullshit once again this week. And we'll see all of you guys next time. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.